I'm about to bust. Kukui will take this tournament now. He will be not enough in the mighty unjust death. Gets gone. Kukui is going to be the third time Kolosseum champion. Season number 1.
Welcome back to the Kolosseum, presented by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators.
Welcome to another week of the Kolosseum, everyone. So glad to be here with you for week number 6 of 8 of this Mortal Kombat competitive series. Welcome. Hope you're excited for another week of action. I'm joined tonight by a very old friend of mine, a longtime competitor, Mr. Burrito Voorhees. Welcome to the Kolosseum, Burrito. Normally it'd be a long introduction where I go over the previous week, I go into the bracket tonight, or sorry, I go into what we are. This is the open bracket portion of the week. But guys, the players for this first match are already here. I'm wasting none of your time. We're going right into a tournament match for week number 6 of the Kolosseum. It is going to be Kiltron versus Ming. Go ahead, guys. Good luck. They got in here quick. They wanted to compete. Welcome, Burrito. Good to have you on, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing awesome. I'm just stoked to be on comms with you. I'm not the most familiar face on comms. Still pretty new to it, but you know, I'm gonna offer all the FGC knowledge I can and MK1 knowledge, NRS knowledge, all of it. You know.
He's an
incredibly
knowledgeable player. He's been playing for a long time, competing for a long time, and for those that don't know, you yourself, this man is the brother of Forever King.
Yeah, the half brother of Forever King. Yeah, we don't look alike, but yeah, we are brothers. Funny enough, and this match is starting with a
it's in that blood. And if there's anything that we know throughout the competitive history of Mortal Kombat, Burrito, it is that having, let alone a twin, but I feel like a brother is the same thing in having what feels like a superpower compared to everyone else.
Yeah, you literally have a built-in training partner that you live with or play with all the time. It's like like the Chilean twins. They play the Tri-State twins, like Unjust and Kukui, like you literally
DJT, MIT back in the day as well. And I'm shocked that we're getting a noob Cybot mirror out of the gate here. We got a little bit of a treat, and let alone some noob Cybot sector coming from another name that takes me back. And I know it takes you back, Kiltron. Oh, sorry, oh my goodness, Burrito, which is Kiltron here, who goes back all the way to the MKX days with me.
Man, you're getting mixed on comms already. The noob mirror is throwing you off from the names.
I mean, I'm getting mixed. They're getting mixed.
The last time I seen Kiltron play, I think I was playing against him very early MK days before the DLC was even dropped, and he was using Reiko Jax, and I'm really shocked to see him use noob. I wouldn't expect him to be playing noob of all characters, but he's making it work right now.
Yes, his good is on now, but oh my goodness, Mink just swinging through there. The advancing mids, not the mix. Catching Kiltron here, off guard in game number 1, and Mink drawing first blood here. Minkington, one of the strong players in the bracket here, showing off that in this new Cybot mirror, he may be the apex.
Yeah, what a nice way to start off the match and ending in a clean brutality. I actually met Mink for the first time, I think, at Texas Showdown, but he was using Shang on me when we were playing in casuals. So I didn't know he had a noob Cybot. I don't know if this is his main now or if it's like a pocket character.
This is a character that's kind of fallen off the face of competitive here in the last couple of months.
Yeah, I'm shocked to see Noob have the fall off he did, because I actually picked them up a little bit recently and I used them at our Columbus local. Me and competitor were in Grands, and like, I don't know why Noob fell off. Like, he's still really good.
Especially paired with Janet, where you get access to that wonderful setup of, you know, the ability to pick up off everything, but to set up that big damage into a mixed situation, followed up with the ball. I mean, that's just set play city. It's going to be effective.
He's just such a cool looking character too. Like he's some of the best like MK roster designs that this game has. Like, he's definitely, this is the best iteration of Noob by far, in my opinion, of all NRS games.
Yeah, I actually played MK9 yesterday and got to see what Noob Saibot was cooking there. And man, it's so little hits and little damage at a time, but here he's got a little more access to combos, and it's definitely, again, a much, what feels like, more complete take on Noob Saibot compared to previous. Look at MK11 too. Not the craziest combo heavy character, very simplistic, heavy hitting, short hitting specials.
Yeah, like the utilization of like the clone is just the most in this game. Like, they just improved on it with MK1, and like, it's so cool you could do the ghost ball with the shadow and those setups and stuff. And yeah, Noob's just awesome in this game.
Fight.
Let's see if Kiltron here can get on the board. Mink so far dominant in the mirror here. This is a great spot to have your opponent.
Yeah,
Those
one thing
extended
about
strings, you know,
Kiltron.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say, one thing about Kiltron is I've always known him to be a very patient player, like very methodical on defense. Like, he'll wait a really extremely abnormal amount of time, but when his time's ready to like counter or strike back, that was one thing I always known him for when I played him throughout the NRS games. Like, really strong defense and very patient. He doesn't mind waiting for his turn.
Oh, can he escape the corner here? No. Gets another grab, and Janet there to pick it up. Didn't want to deal with anything on wake up there, and okay, the shadow gets a straight hit.
Oh, the wake up buttons. Kiltron really couldn't, he had to break. He couldn't really take too much more damage, even though throw combos usually aren't ideal to break, but he's just chipping away at the health slowly.
You know what I'm going to do, though, Burrito, is I'm going to take a point from Mink there for dropping the swag there at the end, and this is not 1-1.
Yeah, that combo is lasting for a while, and I'm like, ooh, when's the brutality coming? But yeah, he lost some points. Lost some points on the respect scale.
This is some noob identity, though, when you look at kind of combo routes and what a character can do. I said I just played against the MK9 iteration of this character, and this is what he did at MK9. It was all about getting to the corner and those shadows launching heavily in the corner versus anywhere else where you see the multiple of them using the combo, long extended combos. Fortunately, they dropped it there. It's a 2-0 lead for Mickington, and this is round 1 of the Kolosseum week number 6. The top 32 each and every week in this tournament series get points that are earned towards the finale, and in the finale, money is at stake that we have been raising all season long, and thanks to you guys, the viewers, we have over $400 raised for that prize pool right now. So everyone that makes top 8 in the finale are fighting for a piece of that massive pie. Thank you so much, everyone that's donated. If you'd like to donate to that prize pool, see it increase, you can at the Match Arena link in the chat, and we'll pull up a QR code that you can scan as well in between the matches. Welcome to the Kolosseum, everyone. It's only just begun here. It's round 1 winners.
Yeah, it's a great place to compete and test your skills. Like, it's like the Pyramid of Argus, the Armageddon battle, you know, for the qualifications. Like, it's nothing but sweats and the highest level of competition in this tournament.
You're gonna get the best that North America has to offer. That's for dang sure.
Like, you remember that? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I've been hosting these online tournaments for a very, very long time, going back to the end of MKX as far as on a weekly basis, where I've seen this type of format where they're able to compete against the best on a regular basis in between the offlines. It's created so many incredible players throughout the years, you know, that transition from that experience to the offline setting, and it's a beautiful thing. But you're right, it all goes back to getting that experience on a weekly basis against the best. If you guys would like to sign up for the Kolosseum, still a couple weeks left on the season. It's week 6 of 8, so 7 and 8 still coming up. If you want to sign up, if you think that you can beat these guys, if you be like, man, and there was just a comment on YouTube about that, Burrito. Someone was like, man, I would have beat everyone. Well, you can sign up and try.
Yeah, show up and try, or, you know, like, otherwise, you know, just stay in the comments. You know, you think you can, like, you know, Striker tried at the Pyramid of Argus. Striker tried jumping the gun on Melina to the top of the hill to meet Blaze, but, you know, you're not going to just make your way at the top of the leaderboards qualifying with just punching someone like he did. Ooh, was this combo?
Oh, this is it. This is the one. Oh, wait, we're at
Is the grand finale?
minutes.
The grand finale?
The brutality. Okay, I take back everything I said. I'm gonna take back the one that I gave him earlier as a judge, and I'm gonna give him a 10 here. That was beautiful. Minkington, everyone. 3-0 over Kiltron to get started on the Kolosseum. Let's see this YouTube video back. This clip right here, just throwing out those extended shadows. Are so hard to deal with. As he swags out into, oh, damn, it was so long that we couldn't even clip it all. Interesting conversion route there though, where you see the EX blast right before the third, or yeah, it looks like it's right before the third Janet punch. That way he's able to do it, extend, and then combo.
Yeah,
again.
he threw in the ghost
loaded
ball
up and then exploded,
Janet
which is
punch.
cool.
Yeah, he was able to fit that in there with the Janet punches, the ghost ball, and then relaunch with the explosion.
Excellent. First match there. Thank you so much, Mink, for showing off some noob Cybot. And a noob Cybot mirror to get started. You literally don't see that every day. And I'm going to try to grab another match here from the bracket. Welcome, everyone. This is week number 6 of the Kolosseum. Rick, do we have the bracket available to go to by chance? So we just let people... Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Well, while we have him here, because we went into that first match so quickly, Burrito, let's take a look at last week's action. And I forgot to tell people, because we did come in super quick. That's what she said. We don't have time for that. Is that... Don't laugh at that. Is that last week here on the Kolosseum, let's show you what happened. And I was telling people that Burrito himself is a competitor here in the Kolosseum. I literally ripped him out of the bracket tonight to jump on the comms with me here. But normally I'd be trying to grab him in the bracket to take a look at this man's Gearus. And let's talk about Gearus, because last week, or should I really say the week before, Michael Seraphan showed up and won a week of the Kolosseum last week, getting second place. Let's take a look at the results from last week of the Kolosseum, guys. God, the graphics get me every time here.
Yeah, the graphics are clean.
So this is the top 8 from last week, everyone. Shuletta getting his first win. That's crazy, man. Across 5 weeks of the Kolosseum, 5 different winners each week.
Yeah, pretty diverse roster of characters too. Like, I mean, Cyrax being the only repeat character, but you know, that's a really diverse roster of characters for a top 8, and you'd always love to see that for competitive fighting games. It always keeps like the placings and like the character usage like really interesting. It's always refreshing to see that many characters in a top 8.
Yeah, the Melina pick from Yakuza was pretty surprising as well, and super effective. Reiko coming last minute from Kukui, but a bunch of characters from him. But man, Michael Seraphan on that Gearus did one of the dirtiest setups I've ever seen in my life last week, Burrito. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did actually watch
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I believe he did the clone 1-2-2 into Gearus forward 3, and then clone forward 3 into Gearus sweep.
Into sweep. And then
that's like the go-to Gearus setup. Like that's like the beginner level sand clone.
What's crazy is I've never seen it before, and it's yeah.
So I think Demoralized used that setup specifically the most, and I think people have caught on to the low overhead mix with Gearus, and the next wave of mix is going to be the command grab setups, which they're a little bit harder on the execution side, but if us Gearus players can master the command grab setups, you guys really better hope that. You guys really better hope that.
This is what I've been saying, man. People, I think that Gearus is effing absurd. If played and executed like perfectly, like if executed perfectly, he definitely has his weaknesses. But man, if he gets a hit with the right resources, your life bar is just gone.
Yeah, I will say. As awesome as Gearus's offense is, that down 1, man, that the negative reaching down 1, you know, he does have his weaknesses on defense, but yeah, he's one of my favorite characters to use. I think he might be like in the discussion of my all-time favorite character to use in NRS game history. Like, I kid you not. Like, they designed him so well in this game. It's like a huge upgrade from MK11. The only move I missed from MK11 was the rewind move, like the step back move for 1 bar, the very quick one. And usually it was used for block pressure and stuff, but dude, his design in this game is so awesome. And like I like the execution barrier behind him because you can't just pick him up with a few hours. Like, he takes a lot of time and mastery to make effective.
Yes. And dude, the guy that you brought up, Demoralize, he's currently trying to raise some funds to get to Evo. He is, in my opinion, the #1 player in the world that hasn't competed offline, that needs to compete offline, that I think would cause absolute damage. I'm talking, I'm talking nuclear fallout damage to a bracket. That, tell me I'm wrong. Dude,
No, as somebody that knows him offline, like, if nerves aren't like an obstacle for him,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, he would, like, I think he would just make people throw their controllers. They'd be like, where'd my life bar go? Like,
exactly. What happened to my health? Every time I fought Demoralized, I go, what just happened? It's just like stars in a circle above my head. In a stun state, shell-shocked.
The second you're frozen in time freeze, then you just see him doing all these like poses with the sand clone, and these just all this chaos is just happening, and the second you know it, you're dead. Yeah, we us Garrus players, we have like our own headquarters, and we have like our sand clone stuff in there, and I don't know if you ever promote to Garrus players like of giving back shots, but that's also a thing too.
I do, and not only do I incentivized it this season. Early on in this season, I said I will put an extra $20 into the prize pool if we get backshot combos tonight. And Rogelio broke out some backshot combos here in the Coliseum. That did happen in bracket here, and I highly encourage it. Highly encourage it. I encourage teabagging, Burrito. I'm a savage through and through.
Yeah, for Garrus, like, his design being so awesome with the gameplay, he's also like the biggest troll character.
You back out. I'm gonna invite you.
So funny. I love how much of a troll Garrus can be, like, on the gameplay side. Like, he can make the clone just do all these goofy things on top of, like, combos and stuff. Like, I'm not the biggest troll player, so, like, I usually don't do those combos, but they're there if for the person that is confident enough to do them. Like, my brother's definitely done it before.
All right, we got another match for him here, Burrito. It's going to be Kells, who's having a really good season and represents ELG, one of the best squads out there in the realms, going up against a brand new player that I haven't seen before. It's going to be Natty the Dread versus Kells.
Yeah, these are new faces to me.
And on Natty the Dread's character profile icon card in the game, it's Lee May and Melina.
I would like to see the Lee May, but we got the Melina right now on the character select.
Melina, what though?
The good old leaner, Melina.
Melina Sector, you don't see this every day.
Where are they?
No, this is the last time I seen this team was Samij using it.
Right? Now, on the other hand, what we do see every day is this particular pairing of Havoc Movado. They're very powerful. Big pickups, some of the biggest damage in the game. Still a hefty boy at 1050, and this team, with this Melina Sector, going to be a lot about what he just attempted right there, which is you summon that Sector rocket, use those crazy mobility specials to check really anything that your opponent does, have the safety of the rocket behind it. It's definitely
both of these characters hit really hard. Ooh, into combos. Yeah, both of these characters have some big damage, and you get low side combos with Sector, which is nice. It's not something every cameo can provide for Melina.
Big resources spent to get the combo here. That's the mind of Movado. Cost everything.
Oh, that was a weird.
That was really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really weird hit reaction from the snag.
Woo! Kells all over Natty here.
Nice, just typical Havoc fashion, and also kept him in the corner at the end of the round. He's got a full. Both of them have full sticks of meter right now.
Oh, it's a
Good
gorgeous
whiff punish. Good whiff punish.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, one of the best stand ones in the game, especially for whiff punishing. Like a nice disjointed normal she has.
She's got a couple of snipers there up close, man. Stand one and the down one has some goofy range to it.
Yeah, that down one's like the Lackey Ferritor down one from MKX. That reaches like very just like half screen. The drop, that's so unfortunate.
PTSD, this is huge. The restand too. Love to go for decision. All for him to down one immediately. Kells
Yeah,
with
he's
the
been-
boldness to call it that pressure.
He is stuffing the Sector missile before it can get active. It's really helping him out that he can interrupt those in time.
I've definitely noticed that on a lot of the times that he's summoned Sector, it's been very early and it seems to be very call-outable in some situations by either armor or something hitting it. Oh my, not gonna matter here before the breaker comes. I think it's gonna set up death. No, Movado slide behind that, but the throw will end things anyway for Kells. Speedrunning game number 1 here. Like what Natty showed, like you said, that low side being a threat into the rocket, which I assume if she lets the 1-2 rip on block could also extend or maybe at least be a threat.
Yeah, so like
Establishing
there's a lot of
layers, either
startup
way.
on that missile. So like Kells may be able to do like an advancing string out of the rocket if like he finds like a gap or something like after blocking low side, but yeah, there is a lot of startup on that missile, so far Kells has been pretty good with interrupting like the Sector missile, and he actually is interrupting early enough to where the rocket doesn't become active, so I don't know if there's any other cameos he uses, but I mean, if he's sticking with Sector, then hopefully he can make the adjustments to... Oh, he's using Frost, okay.
What in the world? Okay.
There's definitely some niche cameo picks.
I'm a believer.
Usually we see Chameleon with Melina or like Kung Lao or Tremor, but I'm all for it.
Show us what's cooked up here. What has this man, Natty the Dread? Oh my goodness, he has whipped 2 strings in a row to start this match. I was gonna say, what has this man cooked up in his kitchen? What kind of spices is he working with? But I gotta tell you, man, I think that he's working with some basic salt, pepper, and that's about it. But hold on a second.
Okay, okay. Oh no, not the drop. These drops have been so crucial to Dread.
What's crazy is he brought something that's a little bit more of a spend to kind of keep that same threat launching, but also going to be super plus on block is that Frost Explosion. So if that's set up, God, the quick mechs coming from Kells. This is not looking good for Natty.
It's such a hard thing to fuzzy, especially online.
I mean, just looking at, looking at the paper of the normals so far, it's just been a spacing clinic from Kells, staying out of the ranges of the normals of Melina. He spaced all his normals well.
He got himself an opening though with the Frost Bomb cancel. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Yeah, this is what you want to do with Frost, is corner somebody and do the Frost Bomb setups. Oh my god.
No fear again, and he's. I think he's gonna do it.
Oh, the drop on the 2 bars. Does he seal it? Does he? No. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be it. Oh man, I thought that was gonna work against Dread. Oh my
I'm a believer. What in the?
Ooh, that was such a ballsy read.
You almost have to respect it though. They're giving him something to react to.
He didn't take the bait, and yeah, he's paying for that. But oh, he did a low side into the. I see now. I'm seeing the vision a little bit. It's a very costly sequence, but it's a costly sequence, but it's. I'm sure a lot of people don't know how to fight it right away.
And the raw low as well. Hold on, Natty the Dread
a
is
shimmy
cooking
puddle?
right now.
The puddle shimmy?
Send him north of the wall, Stark. Send him north of the wall.
Oh snap! Havoc with the hands. He just backhands. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Rob Reed is right
Oh,
before the
yeah.
breaker too, but it looks like he
Right
may
before.
live. Now the problem is afterwards here. I think Burrito is this Movado slide and what comes after.
Yeah, that's always the threat that comes after a fatal blow, and he's just recharging as the fatal blow is going on, and yep, yeah, just like that.
Kells, unfortunately, thawing a little bit of the momentum that he was catching there. Like what we were seeing though, like you said, that extension with the wall, and that led to some damage. That was 400. It didn't not hurt.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get opened up by Melina. She hurts. And I see like what Dread is going for, like obviously the frost bomb setups into the throw is always nice. Every character can utilize throw combos in the frost bomb, but it was really cool to see the stand one low. Whoa, am I seeing Garrus right now? Garrus Frost?
Okay, I know
Ooh,
this. I know
please.
this has some filth if it gets the right hit. Exactly.
Yeah,
if he knows.
yes.
Does he know though? Where's the meme? Does he know?
You gotta know. Can he run? Can he run it to a game 5? I want to see a game 5 now, especially with Garrus. Please tell me you got the frost bomb set up. I'll be so hyped.
Let's go. Garrus Frost. Oh, he went for the mixer.
Reacting to, yeah. That carpet's a little reactable. It's a little scary to use something like that at this caliber of play.
Yeah, that's one of the big weaknesses right there, which is kind of crazy to talk about. Frost is one of the most used cameos in the game across the board. Oh, I love they went to grab there just a little bit early. Just a little early.
It was close. It was close. They know what they're doing. It's like,
but you know, at a very casual and basic level, that frost low is so effective and so simple when people are learning the game of just, hey, this is a mix-up. Nice conversion.
Good confirm. Does he take the round? Oh no. Okay. Another drop that almost could have been.
I got scared.
Oh man. All right.
I got scared.
Dread putting one on the board with Garrus. Oh, using meter burn sandstorm. Okay, getting another hourglass from the meter burn sandstorm.
You know,
that meter burn sandstorm actually doesn't have to land to get another hourglass. It can just, once it explodes, you get another hourglass.
I actually didn't know that about that. What the heck? I just learned something about Gears today. And I liked what he did right there too. It's the second time that he's tried something like it, where he put up that pillar and then tried to check any movement beyond it with the frost low. So still thinking, is this man Natty the Dread? Like I was, oh, that's one way to deal with the recovery of that, where he's so low to the ground.
Yeah, that was a pretty dominant round. If this is his last round for Dread to prove himself, can he run it back with Garrus, or is this going to be a 3-0?
Natty the Dread Pirate.
And he's in the corner too. This is going to be tough to come back from. Oh, he drops the counter.
This could be it. Side switch.
Good side switch. Good side switch. Is a frost bomb coming? Yup. Oh, I think he was going to try to go for the tick throw, but the frost bomb made contact too soon.
Either that, or maybe he thought that he was going to tick throw, and he threw the string, thinking he tried to armor it, and then that launched him into the orb.
Yeah, all these layers
that's
can
a lot
happen.
of layers.
Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of layers with this team. Meter burn hourglass again? Oh, he didn't. That didn't land.
I'm a little upset. I'm shocked.
Buff Garrus.
That's confirmed. That's gonna hit wrong.
Oh, convert. Nice convert, but this is awkward. This is really awkward. Oh no. Oh, I thought this. Holy crap. So much is happening right now.
He has survived so much right now. Oh no, gap close. This is such a big knockdown for Havoc here. He has survived some mix. And
that's it.
Yeah. Lethal thing to go for there at the end right there from Kels. But I mean, I'm putting up a round of applause.
No, I think if he started with Garrus, I think he could have maybe like that. I think Garrus was the best choice in this set. Honestly, makes me wonder if he would have started with Garrus sooner, if he would have been able to get a win on the board. I think he could have turned that set around if he had maybe warmed up a bit with Garrus. But no, the interesting cameo picks from him too. That's Garrus Frost you don't see often, especially Melina Sector and Melina Frost. Really, really fun teams to see.
That was awesome. Natty again, great stuff, but Kel's solid through and through, surviving a bit of a wild card thrown at him there. And here are the current standings of the season. You guys can see how our top 32 is currently looking. Kel's right now in 20th position of the season, so the player you just saw right now, 20 on the leaderboard. And everywhere else, top 16 at the end of this. Make the finale. That's where you want to be at the end of this. With 2 weeks remaining after this, top 32 each week earn points. Miracles can be made if you win 2 weeks in a row. That's 500 points. That could put you in contention. And is that what I think I see, Rick? Can we actually build the bracket while I grab another match? Here's the bracket, everyone. I know it's pretty tiny, but the brackets are massive. 120 people, a lot of DQs, but 120 people still. Through and through. El Kukui versus Woolender right there. Kells awaiting the winner of that. In Pool A2. I'm not going to follow along because I am looking for a match to grab as we speak. Ooh, you know what? I might have that Han Rashid match in a moment. Han Rashid versus Mr. 300 HDs, who DQ'd all the way to almost top 8 in winners here in Pool A2. Tragic facing Later Rock right there. Wit's still alive in this. Beatwood still alive in the winner's side. Carbon as well, all of them top in the leaderboard. Pool number A3. Honest.
Ooh, A3 was the pool I was originally in before comms.
Yeah, you're on the lower side here. It was you and Alphabet in the same little quadrant, but you guys both, everyone DQ'd in that little section, and Online Kale just walked right on through. Online Kale got lucky, Burrito. Let's just say that. Let's say that Kale got lucky that I took you out of this part of the bracket.
Yeah, I think you saved me from my bracket run, honestly, because me and Kale played casuals and as CEO, and I was getting terminated by the T1000. I was just getting, all you heard was like those freaking swords swinging, man. Oh my goodness.
The 4-3-4-3.
Yeah, the string that has like 1,000 hits. That's got to be one of the most oppressive strings I think NRS has ever put in their games. Like, that's like comparable to like MKX Aaron Black, like pre-patch, and like Scarlet's freaking string from MK9. Yeah, that with the command grab mix on top of the unfuzzyable low spike and the overhead in the string itself, like it's just so overwhelming. That character is, even though all the nerfs that character got, like that just shows how strong T1000 is. Even with 900 health with Movado and all the nerfs he got, he's still placing very high in these tournaments, online and offline.
If you guys want to sign up for the Kolosseum, you can right here, guys. There's a QR code to take you to the website. You can go to kolo.gg as well for all information on our series. I'm going to get these next set of players added.
Yeah, if you feel like you can make...
Go for it.
Oh, I was about to say, if you feel like, if you want to be like those people in the comments that claim they can, oh, I could have beat this person, show up in these last 2 weeks that are left. Or if you just want to watch on the sidelines and you just enjoy the high-level competition that you're seeing on screen, you always donate to the players, put more stakes on the line, and just contribute, whether you're competing or spectating, just for the love of MK.
And right now, currently sitting at a $407 prize pool. Thank you to everyone who's donated that so far this season. We've had some crazy little things happen in that prize pool too. People put in money just to see animalities, Burrito. They're like, here's $25. Now please ask them to do an animal. And if you guys
man, I would love
you know
$25 for an animality. I would love, yeah, that's a very big and a very easily encouraging sentiment.
And this next match is going to be Lil Dre, who has made top 8 a couple of times here this season. Cyrax Extraordinaire going up against a new player who's made a pretty big run here in the winner's side, Honest, representing Zyle. Honest versus
I actually
Lil Dre,
ran into Lil Dre in the Pro Comp Online. I think it was the first week of the Pro Comp Online. Yeah, I want to say he was on Xbox. And yeah, that was during the days when Cyrax Arena was super popular, when Sonic broke out that team.
Ignore that.
And yeah, I just got mixed. But
Bro,
Honest is another player that I'm not familiar with either, but I do know Lil Dre, and Lil Dre is really good.
Yeah, Lil Dre is incredibly good. Oh, Mist is joining us live in the Twitch chat. Mist, good luck in your run today as well, my friend. He says burrito with a lot of O's.
Hey, Mist, what up?
That's my
Yeah,
2v2
Mist.
partner right there, Mist.
Nice. I ran into him in bracket at Combo Breaker, and he got me. He got me pretty good.
Oh, damn.
It was I think somebody he knew recorded the set though, but yeah, it was an off-stream match. Yeah, he got me with the Homelander.
That Homelander, man. It's a son
I gotta,
of a bitch. I'll say it. I'll say it for everyone else that won't say it.
That's actually, he's my least favorite character to fight. I definitely got to get my run back on you, Mist. I'll be back for you one of these days. I'll get you. I'm gonna get you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Homelander, man, that command grab, he could be full screen and then he just snatches you. He just snatches you.
That threat of it from 3/4 screen, that is just like unreactive. If it's full screen, I feel like, you're like, okay. But like if he just walks a little bit forward and that range of demonic dash grab, it feels like he has a grasp on your throat, quite literally. Like,
yeah, he's just
in neutral, just like the presence. It feels like Vader force choking you.
Yeah, he's literally a grab away, like in mere seconds. Especially when he's doing a block string, it can always just turn into a grab whenever he wants, and it happens in the blink of an eye.
All right, Honest invite is sent. Good luck in this match. It's going to be Honest versus Lil Dre. This is from a number 3. This is one match away from playing for top 8. So right now this is winners top 16 technically. Oh, no, this is winners
top 32.
Top 32, yeah. We're getting lost in the bracket sauce here.
Yeah, there's too much mix happening right now.
And what's crazy is on the other side of this bracket, so the winner of this will have to play the winner of this next one to make top 8. On the other side, it's online Kale versus Shuletta. And we will have and we will have the winner, the match for top 8 on stream. But that's a crazy one. Shuletta won last week, and Kale's only competed, I think, once this season, and he won, or maybe twice. I think Kale's competed twice this season. So that is
I'd imagine Kale's probably pretty comfortable in the standings. I'd imagine.
Yes, he is. That is a spicy part of the bracket.
Big chillin'.
You see what's happening here in A4 as well. That is Mist's pool. It's Mist versus Just Meezy right now. Just Meezy was one hit. Oh, it was a heartbreaker. It hurts so much even thinking about it. That man was one hit from being in top 8 last week with a Sub-Zero.
Was it a game? What was the score? Was it a game 5?
Yeah, game 5 final round. Oh, it was. He had the whole world in his hands. He was playing so. I can't believe it. Meezy. Pulling for you, man. Good luck. And also in that pool is Mighty Unjust versus Osvaldo Diaz. Damn, that's a good one too. Mexico showing up strong in here.
I haven't heard that name in a minute either.
The top 3 from Pro Comp Mexico. Son of a bitch, it's a Cyrax mirror. Is Cyrax Frost though? Okay, I'm pretty excited. More Frost.
Hey, there's a lot of Frost representation right now, and what's funny is my kitten that I adopted, a stray cat that my friend had in his backyard, had kittens, and I took Frost, which is, what I named my cat, Frost. So, hearing Frost get used all this much in this tournament, I had just taken her outside because
I didn't know that, and you have joined a very, very populated and exclusive elite club in the world, Burrito, which is having a cat named after a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, so funny story, when before I found out if she was a boy or a girl, I was like, if it's a boy, it's gonna be Garrus, and then I was like, oh, it's a girl, so yeah, I chose Frost for her name. That was That was just mix right there. You just saw.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We haven't seen Frost yet here on this match. That bottles. If that would have comboed into the bomb, Lil Dre.
Yeah, Madam
He's
Bo
showing no
has the
mercy.
home. She has home field advantage right now. She's at her, her spot at the bar.
You're right. She's chilling. I wonder if that's gonna be a constant mind game when he does that wake up of following up with the Frost Wall as well. That
Yeah,
was
because
a
Madam Bo,
bold
she can
press
do
from-
the low slide as a wake up. So that's like another layer on defense that you have to account for. Because most characters don't have like a defensive option from their cameo like that.
All right, this is his time. Honest. I need to be real dishonest with your play
Whoa,
right now.
Frost,
Sets up
what is
so-
this?
That was
Whoa.
some visual trickery if I've ever seen it.
I wonder if the frost wall was there, so like you couldn't just jump out the corner. Like this Cyrax Frost team is very new to me. Just
Ooh,
spinning in the
Madam
face of
Bo?
Cyrax just to do a raw throw.
It did combo after it. So
Staggers.
Scary lets the whole string rip and checked him
Whoa,
with-
the meaty carpet.
That was so genius. If that was blocked, it would have been a completely different story. Or sorry, if
It-
it would have survived, it would have been a different story. That's insane.
That carpet was so meaty though, like it might have been a little bit safer from that distance, if not completely safe.
True.
That was an interesting interaction, but
I
what is
can't-
this?
I can't
What is-
see what's happening. This is insanity.
This is like he's like building an escape room or something for him to get out of like.
And very rarely do you see something visually cover like the entire character. Where I did not know where Cyrax was for a moment. Vape Coach with a massive raid coming in. Thank you so much, man. So I'm hosting
Vape Coach.
a women's bracket tonight. Great shit, man. We're not winning. I actually see one of the competitors in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah,
That was
one of my
great
one of my students I coach actually plays in Vape Coach tournaments. So like
go.
shout outs to Can You Quack. That's the player that plays in the coach Vape
You got your
Coach
coach
tournaments.
burrito?
Yeah, he made it into pretty far into Vape Coach's tournaments, and it's just awesome to see like another tournament that's fun to watch, especially for the international scenes.
By God.
You know,
Set up one more guess here.
all these bombs, you
Fallen
blocked.
forward two.
That was
And-
2 block strings because of into the brutality. Okay.
Damn, blew her knees out. I thought that's what Madam Bo's supposed to do at her age.
Yeah, I would hope she's, closing up shop at that age, but maybe not.
That was a hard-fought game number 1 right there. I'm loving the Frost usage tonight. First, we had the Gearus Frost earlier. And then here, the defense not being solid. He was given one chance to press, or to really guess right there, I should say, after that final bomb was blocked.
Yeah, that was
Reading
like
grab.
3 mix-ups right there. That could have been a good throw both times, but it just ended up with a 4-2 in the very end. It was bomb number 1,
That
block again into
buzzsaw forward
bomb number
two
2.
When launching command grab as a threat is just absolute destruction on offense. And one thing we haven't seen from Honest here is the fact that he can come off his command grab pretty simply as well with this, which is a lot of the good Cyrax teams are, can you get a combo off of that command grab? Can it go into a bomb setup? Exactly what
Yeah,
Lil
with
Dre wants to
Frost,
do
I'd
here.
imagine you could just do Frost Carpet after the command grab.
Yep.
It's just a matter of if he can even get a touch. Like, it's just...
Can he play the game? Is he even allowed to? He paid for his DLC. He's supposed to be able to play. It's a flawless victory. He's supposed to be paying to win right now. Retro says, I want to be King Kolo. Sign up. Next Saturday, Retro. I want to see the bracket.
I mean, he paid a little extra for the DLC with the Madam Bo, so I mean, he paid a little extra to
Paid
win.
more. Oh, my.
He paid a little extra.
That's how it works in the casino, man. You got to be a high roller if you want any chance. If not, the house is always going to win. The launch is going to step it on the bomb anyways.
Yeah, the
Guess
house
whatever works.
rules.
Oh,
Good command grab into Madam Bo. Good time to break because obviously that puts Madam Bo in a slight cooldown. Ooh, nice little stagger into the command grab, and again, just command grab into Madam Bo. See what the mix is.
He's frozen right now. The meter's gone too. That
Meter drain and some more bombs.
How are you gonna give someone meter to take it? That is messed up.
Nice. with the brutality, another brutality. Man, brutality is really like, I know it's a Mortal Kombat thing, but like brutality is really just like, I don't know, maybe Killer Instinct has something like it, but like brutalities just add that extra flair at the end of every match. Like, it's just so awesome to watch.
And coming up next, I brought on a real good friend of mine. For your guys' viewing pleasure. And his first time, I think first time competing in Kolosseum in a long time. We got Han Rashid in the building.
Rashid.
It's Han Rashid versus Mr. 300.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with who Mr. 300 uses, but, you know, Han probably using Havoc, I'd imagine, just like he's been using in Pro Comp these last events.
Yeah, there was about 10% of me that was like, I completely realized that I just grabbed Cyrax and Havoc back to back. That's fine. I still like seeing Han Rashid play.
Yeah, Han Rashid's one of the more fearless Havoc players too. Like he'll mix. Like he doesn't care. Like you can tell him that you have the fuzzies down, but he's still gonna try to mix you. He doesn't care. Like
yeah,
he's a true Havoc player at heart.
7 times in a row. He doesn't care. Blocked 6 of them. The 7th might work.
I remember he had a I think it was against Just Nasty. He had landed a 2-2 low snag, which if you block the 2-2 from Havoc, there's no overhead. And he did low snag, even though there's no overhead, but I think Just Nasty, I think he was the victim of this, and Just Nasty lost because of that, if I'm not mistaken. It was at Combo Breaker, I think, or Texas Showdown, I forgot, but yeah, Rashid's he's not afraid to mix. He doesn't care. He doesn't follow any rules, he just knows chaos. Holy crap, that spin into the command grab. That spin's so flashy, like, you kind of forget that it's in the game, but when you see it, you kind of freeze, and then you just get grabbed. All these this forward 2 pressure from the bomb, just constant back-to-back guessing.
Oh, that was a huge opportunity that whipped grab, but only punished it with a down one. Okay, this
Dang,
is
the 1-1 low carpet mix.
It's time. You got the hit.
Is it finally time?
No breaker coming from Lil Drake, because even he probably wants to see what's cooked up here. Sets up the armor break.
Ooh, nice. Guess is right. Ooh, yeah, he was going to have to break, otherwise it's going to be fatal blow. Oh, and the down 3 gets the win.
That's a hell of a low poke to have, too. I thought it broke armor, but I think that it just hit the Madame Bo wake-up slide attempt. I saw a flash. But that 4
maybe
right there. That was a cool setup.
Yeah, it might have just beat the iframes, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think he just stuffed it.
GG's. Lil Dre winning our second mirror on stream here.
Good stuff to Lil Dre.
And I give props to everyone that uses, you know, something a little bit different here. Again, you know, cooks with a different spice. And
it's always nice to try new spices, keep it interesting, have like a wide variety of menu items. You know, it's always nice to have options.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say. I've heard that in the streets.
In the streets, he says.
That's yes. Mr. 300 will be my first time seeing him here. Got a lot of new names tonight. I like this.
Yeah, man, it's like somebody that's been in the scene as long as I have. Like I haven't seen so many new faces since like probably MK11. So bear with me, like, for any of these new people I'm not familiar with, but it's nice to see like new faces, because we'll probably see them in the next NRS installment, whenever that is. And it's just very different than who I'm used to seeing.
Lil Dre going to be playing for top 8 here in just a bit with that victory. Here's how the bracket's looking. Mighty Unjust waiting to play for top 8. It's going to be Mist versus the Mighty Unjust. Mist 3-0 over Just Measy in that match.
Oh, wow.
Number A4. We got a match here, too. It's good. This is 300 Han Rashid. Let's see what the matchup's going to be. Some smoke. Love the variety tonight.
Ooh, and we got
Reiko
Reiko
from
on
Han.
screen.
Attacking Earth
Oh.
Han, I take it all back. I take back everything I said earlier.
Was not winning.
You're a gentleman, a scholar, and that's an evil medalist, Han Rashid, right there.
He's going to the OG main right now. Oh, jumps over the ball. What that? Oh, that was such a. I thought that was gonna lead to Tremor for a second. That was such a well-timed run grab.
Man, if it did, that would have been a highlight of highlights right there. Still a case in point, and throwing him, sorry, should I say, showing him the cross-up, going into the grab instead. And you said Han Rashid was not afraid to mix. He has diced open the health bar of Mr. 300 to start
I
this match.
respect your warrior skills.
Yeah, can we talk about the recent buff Reiko got?
That,
Like
that,
they
that right
fixed
there,
his
that-
grab. Oh my goodness.
Han Rashid with some disgusting decisions right now. It's like he can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. He's a man possessed with combat. Stop!
Man, he's just kicking his shins. He's kicking his shins. Leave the shins alone.
Every walk
Oh
back
my
into
gosh.
that has worked, and he would have the meter to be able to kill, but the reactions from Han Rashid are stellar to take game number
Wow.
1 here. What the hell even was that?
That match went by pretty fast. That's what happens with Reiko. He just runs at you and he's just riding the wind with his command grab and the tremor. And you could see that Rashid knows his options pretty well against smoke because he's stand 3 anti-air, the smoke bomb teleport in, and he also just down 2'd it for the win. He's handling the smoke mix right now pretty well, and also just enforcing some of his own mix-ups.
Smoke. Tremor. Tremor. The gateway.
Same team,
Attacking
smoke
Earth
tremor.
was a big mistake. The only
Smoke
mistake
Tremor has really long combos. Like if you've seen those Just Nasty clips, those like 30-second long combos for like 500 health, 3 bars, like those combos take a long time.
Yeah, this team is absurd when it gets the right hit. I was there in person. I think you were 2 there for Texas Showdown with Just Nasty versus Xander, hitting him for like 580 for the game-winning combo with 10 HP left. It was insanity.
Yeah, you think the combo's over, like, and then like a few seconds later he's still doing the same combo. You're like, man, it's like a whole cinematic like going on. Didn't commit after the forward 3 invisible mix. All right.
It's still invisible. Is that enough for the kill? No close. That stuff has a huge advantage right there. Okay, Mr. 300 is gaming. He's a
Good
game
stuff,
one never
jailing
happened.
off the down 3. Yeah,
He's a
he's
game one
had a
simply
dominant
never
round of
happened.
his own. Making the adjustments. Oh man, just
That's some cool pressure there. Okay, hold on, guys. I got disconnected as well. Let me see if the players got disconnected as well. Yeah, it looks like it.
yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah, that wasn't even our producer either.
Oh
Super
no.
unfortunate.
Yeah, this makes things a little bit dicier. Hopefully everything is all good on the players' ends.
Yeah, I'm checking in with players right now. That may have been a really big disconnect because even I got disconnected. Sorry guys, just doing some TON at the moment. Bear with us here as we get things back together here. As we got this nice, calm, cool, collected standings page. You guys can see everyone that's currently in the top 32 of standings. Kukui Mari, Michael Seraphan, Mist, Mighty Unjust, Yakuza Knight, Hourglass, Tragic, Online Kale, the top 8 at the moment.
and Yakuza Knight, he's fighting with the big names in the MK1 scene. That's another new name of mine. I know you brought him up earlier from prior Kolosseum events, but that's a lot of big names to be in a bloodbath with, man. That's not easy to get in the qualification range with those players. And Hourglass, I haven't played him since like the early days of MK, but I think he's planning on going to Evo if I'm not mistaken. And he's also another person I want to see compete offline. I don't know if he has competed offline yet. I think some trips that he planned on going to, he ended up having to cancel or something, if I am remembering correctly. But lots of young talent in this scene right now.
All right, just waiting for a response from one player. We're gonna get this King of the Hill back together. 300 if you can, check the Discord for me. Oh yeah, he's responding now. All right, beautiful. All right, it's gonna be 1-0 still.
Oh wow! All right.
Given what I saw, I gave him the option to take it. The man said, "Nah, I'm here to game. I wanna take it the right way. It's gonna be 1-0."
That's respectable. I'd probably do the same thing in like a tournament setting like this. Like if it was like Evo or something, if it was like Evo and there's like a controller desync, you know.
It depends on the setting, and yeah, if it was at an offline like something like that, absolutely snatch that, give me that. Which is funny. That's how CEO ended.
Yeah, and it wasn't the player's choice, from what I've heard. It was the rules, and like in the rules of CEO or maybe Pro Comp probably actually. Kale was obligated to take that set or that match, which was what won him grand finals, was a desync. So that was something the players couldn't decide on. It was something in the rulings of Pro Comp, if I'm not mistaken. It was very anticlimactic. I was not expecting that of all things.
It was so.
Make sure when you guys travel, like, check your wires. Is there like a short or kink anywhere? Like, really test those cables out for big events like that.
All right, we're getting this King of the Hill slowly formed back together, guys. Sorry, it did explode on us. And I'm just gonna pause. That was an awkward sentence. I apologize. Everyone's slowly filtering in. Streamer, I got one to you. If you guys can AFK super quick while I get one more guy in here. Take it, Jizz. Alright, actually hold E. Might be good. Might be able to AFK in time. Oh yeah, you guys are good. Rick, are we seeing this? Yes, we are. Good luck, guys. Oh, that was beautiful. A beautiful lineup of the King of the Hill right there. We are back in, guys. It is going to be 1-0 in favor of Han Rashid right here. It was a blitzkrieg of offense in game number 1, but it looked like this man had settled himself early in game number 2. Got the invisible mix going early. 300 was starting to swing back. Let's see if we can keep that settlement going. It's Mortal Kombat time.
I mean, honestly, with Reiko, like, the state he's in now, he's honestly one of my favorite characters to watch. I think he's definitely, like, the people's champ, like, as far as viewers go. Like, he's just so hype and flashy. He just mixes you. Just look at this. Throwing you around.
That's exactly what's happening right there. The coverage is with the tremor as well.
Grabbed out of the vicious vapors.
He's back to beautifully right now. It was a flawless victory to start this match, and it's a pseudo one here to get started. Again, we talked about that settlement for 300. Let's see if we can find it. Just needs to hit. He gets the Invisible Mix going. Oh, that was filthy. And
yeah, starting off with a low ground pound and the overhead is tricky stuff. That's very tricky. Reversal command grab from the vicious vapor cancels.
That was audastic.
Like, I know those cancels are minus usually, but damn, that's a
lot of startup frames on the command grab, bro. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, 10 frames might be a bit slow for those cancels. But that's what the command grab starts up at. But now, just mixing in the corner.
Han showing
Goodness.
no mercy here. And before Tremor could come to save him, he will take game number 2 here. Wow. What a shift back in momentum, I feel like.
Wins.
But 300
That's got to be a very...
he really needs that hit and that health lead, I feel like, because once Han gets that first hit, it has been a train on tracks that is not to be stopped up here.
Yeah, Han stuffing, like punishing smoke before Tremor could act was also a good, like, you know, he didn't have to deal with anything after that teleport unblock. He just immedially just went for the down 2 and it's like, nope, I'm not even giving Tremor a chance to cover smoke. Like, so, and another really fast round from Han.
Han looks
This
like
is
a
also
really-
some...
He's a very prepared player. Like you saw even in game number 1, his reactions to some of the teleports and just knowledge of what to do when he's able to react to something on the screen, and all those little micro situations are so good. Like even there, a lot of people would freeze, hesitate behind the Tremor. He'd get away with that teleport, or they try to punish him with something a little bit slower. Maybe, you know, Tremor works, but not Han. Quick checks. He's got him knocked down in the corner.
Yeah, and he's doing really well on Oki too, because some Reiko players, like, they might be a little too crazy on the mix, and if you whiff that overhead, as strong as it is, Reiko's overhead has a lot of whiff recovery, but Han's like being calculated on Oki as well, so he isn't putting himself in too risky of scenarios.
And to be honest, he just needs to start going invisible more, maybe. You know, of course, that's going to require not getting hit, and Han do some offense. Because when he's been able to become invisible, boy, the mix has been effective for him. Speaking of, 1-2 threatening, a lot of damage. No full Tremor.
Good
Incredible
flawless
flawless
block on the
block.
stars. Good flawless block.
Not enough to save him.
Yeah, getting bopped on the head. That overhead. That
Match.
little stray damage adds up.
Woo! What a slide from Han.
Sliding in the
downtown.
DMs. Sliding in those DMs.
He blocked him earlier on Twitter too, but he still made it in there. That's crazy.
Man, these Reiko players, they know their way around the blocks. They don't let anything stop them from.
I don't know what happened. Even ready for the back to that down. That will
Might need to
for
get
you.
some. Yeah, you might need to get some enhanced like cybersecurity.
A single hit away here for Han. And what has been a clinic of offensive
Man, this is
Reiko
gonna
almost
be-
air grabbed him.
No
But Mr.
way, only a
300.
true master. Only a true master. Okay. Han not having any of that. Just man,
he
lots
really-
of 3-0s today so far.
He needed Mix to work. Otherwise, yeah, Han's defense was too good. And, I mean, even going back to the Vicious Vapor cancel earlier, that was called out by Command Grab, really setting a tone defensively for what he's capable of against seeing, you know, because most people, when they're blocking smoke, they panic. It's I hope I block right. But he looked much more unconcerned with dealing with that pressure. Stood his ground. Took this 3-0 GG's.
Yeah, he knew his options for the smoke bomb stuff pretty well too. So I think that probably strayed away from Mr. 300 from even using it. Which if you make him scared to go invisible and mix, like you're kind of hindering his game plan a lot. So I think he might have been just at a stump, like, or he just wasn't really sure how to deal with that. As Han stopped it twice, and you know, at that point, like, what kind of adjustments do you have to make to enforce your mix if your smoke bombs are getting deep?
Yeah, dude, you know, on top of all that, Tool, gotta talk about that, man, spacing with the normals of Reiko in getting so many openings and opportunities by stagger pressuring into a lot of walk back into back threes that just looked like it was something that man was not ready to deal with tonight. And Tento joining us in live stream. What's up, Tento?
Hey, Tento.
He'll be here tomorrow for top 8. If you guys want to sign up for the Kolosseum, right there. If you like what you see, if you want to get involved yourself, if you want to be in that bracket, if you want to be on stream, if you want to hear me talk about what you've cooked up in your Mortal Kombat kitchen, sign up for the Kolosseum, because I want to see what you're working with. I want to see what spices, what ingredients. I want to see your flavors. I want to see your umami.
The umami.
I want to see the umami of Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I like my spaghetti al dente umami, you know?
Ooh,
Like,
al dente umami.
yeah, all these cooking terms.
All right, guys. Coming up next,
Yeah,
we got
if,
winners matches for top 8. It is time for matches for top 8 here for the week. We set top 8 on Saturdays. Top 8 is on Sundays. That is what these players are playing for at the end of the season, is the money, the prize pool that we raise from you guys, the viewers. If you want to donate to it, you can right there. Scan the QR code, visit the website, kolo.gg, get some money in the Matcherino if you guys can. If not, just watching here supports us. This is a free to enter. It's a free experience for everyone involved. We're so glad you guys are here with us. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys are having a beautiful night. Before we get into those matches for top 8, we're going to take our first break of the night. 3 minutes. We'll be right back with some more Mortal Kombat. It is going to be the Mighty Unjust versus Mist. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Kolosseum, presented by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators.
Welcome back. We got some more Kolosseum going on, and right now we've had some 3-0s and some interesting character picks and cameo picks. A lot of Frost representation and some off cameos for Melina, and Garrus. There's been some pretty diverse character usage so far. And this is week 5's results.
Yeah, just last week we got to see some. We were talking about just a little varieties there as well. We saw the Melina being broken out right there. Got to see again Garrus making a huge run. He got first in the previous week, second here in week number 5. Tonight, got to see some Frost action. Just saw the Reiko in action in back-to-back weeks too. Got that from Han Rashid, who will be playing for top 8 here shortly. Right now we got Mist versus the Mighty Unjust. 4 top 8. Right now we got 4 matches in a row, everyone. It is all the matches on winner's side. 4 top 8 of the week. Top 8 will go down tomorrow, same time, same place on the stream. 6 p.m. Eastern. Every weekend this season, it's been Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. pools. Saturdays, top 8s on Sundays. Next match of combat is going to begin. Mist, the Mighty Unjust, facing off once more here in the Kolosseum. These are 2 of our best players right now. Mist currently, I believe, 4th in points, starting off with his patented teabag, and he even counter-read him reading the teabags and still teabagged again. That is
that's
animalistic.
Only Homelander players. Only the Homelander players. All right, that's just crazy. I thought there was like a desync incoming or like something going to happen, but
the sickest part of it to me, Burrito, is that he got away with it. He got away with it.
Good tech on the command grab. Yeah, those bags were uncalled for, and he's probably going to end up paying for the bags. He's going to.
And if you guys don't know who this man Mist is, Mist does that at the start of every tournament match. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't. Does he? He knows that you want to punish him for it and swing on him, but he's still going to do it because he's playing Homelander. And he can do this even if he makes a mistake. Never feels out of it. Into the immediate grab.
Wow.
We talked about that earlier.
Just talking about that.
The power of the diabolical dash command grab. Just the power.
Ooh, just wake up buttons and float out of the bomb setup. Just not having the mix, thankfully. I know. Oh my god, the slaps to the face, and this corner carry. And Homelander has a mix of his own. Just floating in the face of Cyrax. He staggers, the slap pressure. This is a very dominant round from this so far, but can Unjust turn this round around? This round back, holy.
Mist, is he gonna wait for the... I was saying, was he wait to guess for the break, but this is Cyrax we're talking about here. Your meter, gone. And I think the round as well.
That's pretty close to...
Gonna do some damage.
That's not gonna kill, but that's gonna bring Unjust a lot closer to stealing this round back.
Burrito, I think it's close.
Yeah, this is gonna be really close.
He's living.
Yeah, he's
actually scaled a lot.
Ooh, good block, good block. Oh, embedded all on the arm, but got breaker in time.
Break in the last second and whiffed.
Oh, nice.
It was almost a great decision for Mighty Unjust to close the gap as quickly as possible, and usually that doesn't whiff. It usually just doesn't. But he had enough distance between, maybe missed a dash block into it.
Maybe he expected Mist to like dash in or like approach or something, but no, yeah, I see the read behind
reading
that.
Diabolical dash with the active frames, which that's something that not a lot of people do enough. Is challenging if they read they're going to diabolical dash and just put something active in front of them to cover it. So close.
Yeah, that was an intense match.
Unjust almost brought that back from the grave.
You won't win
and then
this fight.
Mist actually did bring that back from the grave. Broke on the bottle toss after the armor.
Yeah, I thought that Unjust was going to steal that round from him, but yeah, that was able to clutch it out. We're seeing Havoc now. Unjust, always somebody with a wide range of characters. Some aerial flight pressure. Got an opening. Now it's corner mix. Just the mix. Some backhands. Man, all these slaps. That's such a disrespectful string, man. I commend NRS for whoever designed that string. Just slapping you. Oh no, that's so frustrating when you get hit by the poke into the flight.
It feels like Shqarok and MKX just like backhanding you over and over again. You're like, okay, come on.
Yeah, the fatal or the X-ray slap. Oh my god.
The back throw as
Love that
well.
slap.
Where he just bitch slaps you and then stomps on your face. Like, dude, that's disrespectful.
Oh my god, did we just see a parry? He just caught the fist of Havoc.
Surviving a scare in the corner. Put himself there, though, to take the round. And missed, challenging immediately.
Yeah, just
I think that was
immediately
right
starting
there.
off with that back woman. Dang, all these flawless blocks. It's like,
Yeah, normally renowned for the offenses, this man missed, but defense.
yeah, there's lots of mix with these two characters. Probably won't be too much defense from these two. Ooh, trade combo? Oh no, just a little too much hit advantage from the sweep. A little side switch after the command grab. This combo hurts. Good Oki. Good stuff on Miss taking that round.
Nothing crazy there at the end. Both of them want to save those resources for final round, and your final round begins. It didn't commit beyond the diabolical dash. It's actually going to get him burned here.
Yeah, you always got to be careful trading with that head bomb. It's just a little tricky. You know, just when you see it, you want to punish it, but then you end up getting punished for trying to punish it.
A lot of punishing.
Yeah, there's too much punishment going on. A good pickup off the back too.
Optimization from Unjust. He's going to empty jump into the low, a classic mix-up right there to get back into this match. This was in some insane control. But this is the Mighty Unjust we're talking about. This is Final Combat. Top 8 Mighty Unjust.
Yeah, he's been so consistent throughout MK1's life and just picking up all the top tier characters, just increasing his odds of winning every set against every player he plays against. Definitely one of the best in the game.
Yeah, an incredibly optimal player. Plays everything that is perceived to be, you know, tournament viable. He is himself like a tournament viable lethal killing machine.
Yeah, he has a T1000 in his team of characters, speaking of killing machines too.
What, had a Homelander for the longest time himself?
Yeah, during the days of pre-patch Homelander, those were dark times.
He played Setron in MK11. Like, come on, Burrito. Like, come on. I don't know what I'm getting at. Actually, you know exactly what I'm getting at.
He just uses all the top tiers. You know, he's just playing to win.
It's impressive he's got some flawless blocks too. This is what
Nice
I see
Oki
though.
with the laser. Yeah, this is the al dente gameplay that you guys.
Yes, they're starting to show me the
like to
umami of Mortal Kombat. Because this is what we see down in South America, man. This is what we see from Brazil. They're flawless blocking every string on reaction. They're in the game. They're in the ones and zeros itself. Okay, they're in the matrix, and that's what these kids need to plug in. Okay, these kids need to plug in and lock in if they want to compete with them. And there has been a insurgency of games being played, longer sets being played. Look at these flawless blocks everywhere.
Yeah, all you hear is doom,
Ever
doom.
since Pro Comp Brazil, there's been a flame ignited in the competition of at least North America that I've seen.
Yeah, I think that woke North America up a bit. Like, we're definitely not. It's the dominance that North America used to have is nowhere near as like dominant as it once was, like in past games. Like, I think South America, like, I can't wait to watch Final Combat for that reason, and like
It's
the
gonna
LCQ.
be the best, man. Evo as well, both of them for multiple reasons. Because on top of that, there's one other equalizer. This might be around for Mist here, and that is Connie Mani from Europe, who is like the biggest wild card to potentially win everything for both. Like the talent across multiple continents now is absurd. The Mighty Unjust.
That was a great duck on the command grab. And that was a
I'm stunned.
working with that little of health from the clutch.
Final round. Fight.
And that's what the Colosseum's always been about, guys. Is these guys are just using this as their training grounds. Yeah, there's a lot of money at stake here once you get to the finale, but on a weekly basis, it is just a training ground of North America's best here in Mortal Kombat. Smacking them for 500 too.
Challenging the head ball again. Just it didn't lead to a full combo, but it's one of those things you can't play with too much. It's a little too risky sometimes. Just armoring, just all that chunky, unbreakable damage, and then playing the literal footsies is unjust.
Like the tail of the tape has been like these commanding starts for Mist, and then those mid-round, mid-game adjustments from Unjust, and really moments, comebacks between as well. Had the huge comeback with Cyrax. That was barely denied. In the end, goes to Havoc, finding some success.
Yeah, it just shows you the endurance, like, and adaptation, like these players have later in the later half of the brackets. Like, the competition gets very steep after a certain point in the bracket.
Up next, for top 8, it's going to be Lil Dre versus Shuletta. And if you guys have been following the bracket, following what you're talking about, Shuletta had to face a certain player to get there. It was a game 5. Shuletta took it over Online Kale. Online Kale, loser side.
Wow, that's a big W. And good armor break on the Oki. Very strong round from Unjust. Just getting that corner position and just going ham.
Nice point for him here. Oh,
dang,
it's a
floating over
active
the
laser
footsies.
frames. That was beautiful.
And floating over that sweep.
I thought I was tripping for a second because I saw 2 Havocs on the screen. You got the Havoc in the front and the Havoc in the back. They had the same color on too.
Yeah, the Halloween stage.
Yeah, with
this
the
is
maroon.
the Cage
Love
Mansion. Getting a good old back 2 combo in. Such big damage. No, the armor goes unpunished. And that command grab, getting the side switch into the corner carry. What's the next mix-up? Dang, and that unbreakable damage from the armor, the helping hand. Drops the overhead conversion. Diabolical dash.
There's one more, and Unjust is
just
gonna
gets
sweep
scooped. Just
away
gets
the
scooped.
victory.
Yeah, Unjust landed a lot of armored attacks in this, and those
That
helping
can make or
hands
break.
really add up in damage a lot.
That can be the greatest equalizer in my opinion, almost Mortal Kombat history, at least competitively, because on paper, armor, even if it's just a single hit that does decent damage, the ability to never, or should I say, the ability to always make a read when it could be your opponent's turn is fascinating to me in Mortal Kombat. It's one of my favorite things competitively, and I myself like that really aggressive use of armor to constantly keep your opponent guessing in those layers of when they think that it could be their turn. And great abuse of that is very strong in Mortal Kombat. Trust me.
Yeah, if you can make your opponent second guess like whether they're gonna enforce their turn, like, or if you get them to respect the anticipated armor, like you could do like a minus on block string and then you still keep your turn because the threat of that armor is so powerful sometimes.
All right. Let's back out of this one, and we're gonna accept some invites for it. It's gonna be Lil Dre up next. You see some more Cyrax action going up against Shuletta. Shuletta just beat Online Kale. He beat everyone last week. He just won the Mexico region for Pro Comp, so this is someone who's going to be at Final Combat, Burrito, representing Mexico. This is a strong player. He's been gaming his ass off recently. He's looked powerful, to say the least.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff to him. Taking lots of dubs and getting one win over Kale, the most recent Pro Comp winner of offline, I think, from CEO. The big,
yep.
It just shows the caliber player Shuleta's at. And he's been around since the early days of MK1. I remember hearing about his I believe he used Raiden. I don't know who he's using now, but I believe he used Raiden back then, if I'm not mistaken.
He was using Raiden back then. Raiden, I don't think he ever, maybe with the Lao, but Havoc, great Havocing is occurring. Must have going
Just
out now.
embracing chaos with the Havoc. Everybody these days and the MK1 meta currently has like a pocket Havoc, it seems.
Yeah, man. That region, I think it was a Havoc mirror in Grand Finals, and there was like 4 to 4 or 5 Havocs in top 8 for Mexico down there, and has been a very prevalent character across the board. 1 second, guys. More guy in the... Hold 1 second. Loading in.
It's pretty interesting to see like other regions, like top 8
go ahead, guys.
character rosters. Like 5 Havocs, that's a lot. Like some characters have like a lot of faith, or some. I'm sorry, some regions have like a lot of faith in one character. Like I know SA is like very big on Takeda, and I don't know if they still are these days, but like I know they had very high like regard for Takeda on the tier list, being like in the top 7 range, if I'm not mistaken, last time I heard. So like really interesting to see what regions in their character rosters that their top placements have.
We want the same thing. Freedom to choose.
We're seeing Cyrax and Havoc right now, game 1.
The powerful pairings, of course, with the Madame Bo. The double back two, you don't see that every day from Lil Dre just swinging it out.
Yeah, Lil Dre's probably fishing for like a little high crush against like the poke or something, like the down 4s that Havocs tend to use. Oh wow, Madame Bo took the mine. That was so smart. That was so smart. If somebody doesn't know what happened right there, Dre called in Madame Bo to avoid getting punished by the landmine that Shuleta placed down.
That man is gaming in the
Big
4th
brains.
dimension tonight, for sure. Those dual decisions can be so game-changing and avoids.
Ooh, that is such an unfortunate trade for Shuleta.
And is able to break the armor. One of the few characters in Mortal Kombat 1 that can consistently break the armor of Havoc, because there's so many hits behind the buzzsaw. And one of the big problems she can have sometimes is being able to convert off of how high her strings hit, and the conversion, because that slide of Madame Bo was so slow, converts perfectly.
Yeah, Dre with these confirms, just these little confirms and these scramble scenarios, like really take your gameplay to the next level, because sometimes those combos would end up being drops, but at this level, like if you could pick up on those little damaging scenarios really add up.
Not punish range there. Slow.
Madame Bo is getting stuffed.
A minefield, and first one hits.
Oh no, drops the bomb timing. But still gets Oki, stuffing Movado. Landmine attacks Madame Bo again. And Madame Bo just has a thing for landmines, I guess. Like, that's just, they magnified her.
She's just taking one for the team, and no Madame Bo to save him. We're not ready for the big
no,
pickup
the drop.
Shu. All Lil Dre right now.
And
Last week's
Shu
champion.
almost roll punishing the bomb, or the booger bomb. It just wasn't in range and just got punished.
Close.
And then
No
the
meter
meter
for you on wake
drain.
up 2, and this is certainly going to set up Chip. Just a 4-2.
Yeah, this is going to be very difficult because you're draining the meter away, so there's like not as much chances for last breath to kick in, and all those hits from Cyrax just chipping away at the health and then dying from chip.
A very calculated finish. That sets it down. After the meter drain, it gets as many hits out as humanly possible. Even if he had an armor, that forward 2, again, an equalizer.
Yeah, Shuleta was just forced to pretty much flawless block at that point because there was just so many hits to block, and he had no meter and no health, so he was pretty much just, that was going to be like pretty much impossible to come back from. We're seeing T1000, the killing machine that we've been talking about. And the casino is open 24/7 apparently. All this mix. And the mix continues. You get a little drink in, meter drain. And now it's the mix off the net. Good convert. Man, just not dropping a single thing. Like, that's one thing is, as much as people might hate Cyrax or fighting against her, is like, you can't drop with her because it breaks your steamroll or your set play. But sometimes it is one-sided playing against her. She's definitely a polarizing character, but man, Shaletta just can't get anything started and really committing to the low spike a lot. This might be his chance now.
And a miracle. Wow, Lil Dre with some boldness. I think just because he had 3 bars to wake up with. Felt he could press. Still a pretty lethal spot to be at with 3 bars to your name. As Cyrax
Good block and
finds a
punish.
punish. Any Movado usage? No.
Oh, no,
Might save it
okay,
for some mind
okay,
mix.
no punish, thankfully.
No, just a grab. Kept it nice and simple.
Nice. Alright, Shu getting one on the board. It's T1000 pick. This might be the answer. Like when T1000 gets started, like he has like the best string in the game for Oki. Once you get knocked down by him, he has his own set play that involves command grab and the overhead low mix.
Oh no,
Stand
not
one
a pit advantage
doesn't
to
combo
combo
into
right
that.
there. That was really interesting. Welcome, Mercy. I see you on YouTube. Thank you to everyone watching on Twitch and YouTube right now. Hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend. Welcome to the Kolosseum.
Good stuff for Shaletta
Oh.
calling in the landmine to get out of that bomb setup. Good conversion. Is he going to be able to get his offense started again? See if he guesses right in the mix. No, but the Madam Bo goes unpunished. I don't know if he could have punished a stand 4 at that range. I believe that slide is minus 14 or minus 16 from Madam Bo, but obviously it has some active frames, so you might block like the later frames of it. But he takes the match.
Wow, I haven't seen
T1000?
Shu come off of Havoc really at all of late. Going to another
I honestly think
insane
it might be a
character in
controversial.
T1000. But go ahead.
It might be a controversial take on my part, but I think of all the top tiers, I think Havoc
Don't you
is
say it. Don't you
slightly
don't
overrated.
fucking say it. Don't say it. Ah!
I would put like, I would rather fight a Havoc player than a T1000, a Homelander, or Cyrax. And I'd maybe even put Ermac over Havoc, but I might be a weirdo. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeble-minded. But
Hey, I like it. It's bold. I thought you were saying it about T1000 and that you
oh no.
Okay,
No,
thank
T1000. He I think he's probably like second least favorite to fight against, next to Homelander for me.
I would actually agree with that, in that he does feel just a little bit less scary at times. Oh,
But even then, like
And-
T1000, like his air control with the jump 3-2 on the OS is on block, and if it hits, it's a full combo, and he has the
both
best
characters-
Oki string in the game. Like,
I can't believe that Lil Dre's responding with a T1000 mirror and just dominated the first round too. This is an insane matchup.
oh my God, they're just spiking each other, and they're swinging swords around.
This is usually the opposite of how it goes. Most people pick T1000 at first, lose, and then pick another character hopefully. But here it's been losing with their main character and then going to T1000. They're spiking.
All these sickles. Landmine, just wake up landmine and a throw. Very smart, honestly. That's a very tricky scenario. You pretty much have to jump away at that point. Like, that's very niche to deal with. Oh, but jumping in the corner? Okay. Oh, okay. And that's a swaggy side switch right there. You never see that normally get used.
Almost got Movado back in time. You just checked him with the mid and Lil Dre.
Oh no! I would
just
have
got hit.
used the. Oh my gosh,
Dude,
no!
that is the
I would have
Shqarok
used the
special.
Movado slide after that hammer just to guarantee the
Oh
round.
my
What are the
God.
odds of that going in the round?
I think he clutched out 2 matches last week with that down 2 cancel. It's been putting in mileage for him.
What a heartbreaker that was, man. He didn't confirm. He confirmed into the hammer instead of like the puddle uppercut, but yeah,
It was like-
that's
it was like-
unfortunate. But
I think the only high he did too. It felt like.
yeah, stand
Ready
4
for
is
it.
the high, and the rest of it's mids and overheads.
I'll load right now. Is this gonna be a battle
Alright,
back
yeah,
and
Lord
forth?
Drake. Man, so much mix. And again,
Big issue right there.
Jumping in the
Jump to the corner. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you want to be in
Negative
this
frames, too.
position. This is a scary position to be in with T1000. I do respect the landmine attempt though again to get out of the corner like he did last time, but Juletta clearly making the adjustments like of
Was
that
all over it,
possibility
and-
happening and just swinging away. Yeah, those hands. T1000 doesn't stop swinging. He doesn't. He's not human, you know. Like he doesn't have
He
like
just wants to. He just wants to accomplish his mission,
cardiovascular
which is
system.
winning the match by any means necessary.
He doesn't get tired. He keeps swinging. He never stops.
No.
You think you could tire him out? No, he's not human. He's an android, I'd imagine.
He's built for this shit, Burrito. From the
You want
ground
to know
up.
something pretty sad though? I've never seen the movie he's in. So
All right.
yeah, that's
You know what? I feel like a lot of the younger guys haven't. So let me ask everyone watching live: who here has or hasn't seen Terminator 2, and even knows who this character is? Or are they watching this and going, "Why is there a basic ass cop that's turning into metal fighting people?"
You know, me personally, I think I would rather just have the fan-made character Chrome take T1000's place, but I know they love their guest characters at NetherRealm.
Chrome for Mortal Kombat, sign the petition. And by the way, you need to watch
getting
that
hit.
movie. It is an incredible movie.
Yeah, my dad said he'll watch it with me one of these days. We watched the first one together pretty recently, but yeah, I have is part 2 the one T1000's in?
Yeah.
I see.
Round 2. Fight.
It is the film, my friend. Trust me.
Ooh, nice jump on the command grab. That jump 3 of T1000's is one of the hardest things to contest in the game, in my opinion. Like, you try to anti-air, you just get jump kicked into the conversion. If you block it, you stand 2 auto-correct, like the OS is unblocked, and then if they confirm off the block string, if you block, then it could lead to a command grab, a ground spike, or 2-4, 1+3, like...
You
It's really
broke
hard
down the
to
layers
just-
incredibly well there too, because that is exactly what needs to be going through your mind. Especially when you make some defensive reads against it, like up block, then it's the layers around that too. That becomes even crazier with this character, especially having access to a command grab.
And you also
Like he
have the
does.
goop droop to account for too.
The-
Like
the-
he could
the
do jump
what?
3 goop droop. The goop droop, the drop, the eye drop or whatever when he turns into a blob. I call it the goop droop.
I love that professional name for it, guys. The goop droop. That's when he just kind of liquefies and drops down from the sky. And I mean, you're right. It's little droop. Is that gonna come to the mine? Oh, I thought the bomb was gonna get him. Barely made it past.
All this corner carry, T1000's mission is just to get you in the corner and just mix away. But Cyrax also has a mix of her own. And breaking out of the mix, you know, good thing. Get him out of that combo and we're back at neutral. Some booger bombs and some bottles. More bombs. Nice,
Great defense
nice
again.
interrupt.
I've been very impressed with the all-around
Being
game
able to stay
of
composed
Shqaroks
against the
last few
mix
weeks, man.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not easy. my god, the
Oh,
back
that's
pokes.
a lot of fear of poke special, and he did it himself.
Oh no, drops the down 3 conversion.
Oh, bye, Madam Bo. What a call out.
Yeah, wow, that was...
Those were some insane reactions, and a stand 4 placed perfectly, it looked like, when Lil Dre wanted to either move or swing himself. And he's gonna get run over.
Oh no, not the truck. This is so extra.
Where was the Uzi
This
during
is
the
so
fight?
extra.
Where was... No, that's not Uzi.
That is so extra.
What is that, a little MP? MP something? Oh, he
Like,
did not need to do
the
that.
fact
but
that
I'm
you had
glad
to
he
get
did.
out of the truck and shoot her up before it crashed, like you couldn't just let the truck crash. Like no, you had to put some bullets into her first. Like extra ass T1000. He really wants to make sure his mission's accomplished. Like he makes sure they're dead.
A 3-1 battle. Shuletta wins and survives here.
And Shuletta, you know, getting first in week 5's results, and he's probably, you know, he's heading for #1 again in this week's competition. Maybe with a different character though, maybe not Havoc this time. I might have to pick up T1000 honestly. Yeah, it's
And there you see last week it was only Osvaldo representing that character in top 8. And this week it will, well, it depends on what Shuletta wants to go with, but could see it again tomorrow night.
And if you always want to join the fun of competitive Mortal Kombat signups, use the QR code, scan it, test out your skills against these players. If you have time to participate in the casino world of Mortal Kombat and get mixed, feel free. Maybe you can get lucky and maybe your mix can carry you into top 8 or qualifying into the season's final tournaments into where all the big players just compete for Armageddon. And also, if you just like to watch, you can always donate to the players and just help their prize pool,
Which is currently sitting at $407. That is a substantial prize pool, no matter how this ends. That is going towards the top 8 of the season. To make the finale, top 16 enter across multiple days. Top 16 narrows down to top 8. In that top 8, everyone's going to get a piece of that $400 that is currently at stake. That is certainly going to rise. And we have hit at least $1,000 every single season. And a lot of it comes in usually during the finale. So expect, hopefully on paper, about $1,000 minimum in that finale prize pool. So these players definitely playing for something here. In the end, not for naught. And on top of that, some wonderful experience that these guys have been using to great avail in the pro competition. A lot of these guys top rated there. They're looking to get the points. They're looking to secure final combat. They're going to be a lot of probably compete at Evo as well. Good luck to them. And thanks for being here and competing as well, guys. Much appreciated for your time and effort.
Yeah, practice like this from these kind of tournaments. Usually a lot of people start off with online tournaments and then make their way into offlines. That's usually how the story goes for most competitors, assuming that they started off in a game that has like good online. Like, you know, in the like I've been in the scene for much longer, so like I started off with, you know, playing my brother offline, and then we play online obviously, but there wasn't many online tournaments back then. It was like locals and stuff, but these days it's usually online tournaments and then you transition to offline. Okay, get those games in, practice on the online tournaments and preparations for the offline events.
Yes. Next match is going to be El Kukui versus Minkington. Mink made it all the way to play for top 8 here in the run today.
Ooh, Mink and Cuckoo, the brother of Unjust.
Rick, you ready to get invited?
The many perks and XP that you can get from having a brother.
Yes, especially a twin, man. That's another superpower entirely. It needs to be studied. We need to have a clinical study done as to what makes twins the best at Mortal Kombat. Across multiple continents, across multiple times. And what is it about Mortal Kombat that attracts twins? Have you heard of twins at all in other fighting games competitively, or let alone at this magnitude?
Yeah, so I follow
Not
like
just
a
fighting
little
games,
bit of
esports.
Melee and like, yeah, like I follow a little bit of Melee and used to follow Ultimate. And I follow Brawlhalla, and as far as I know, to my like knowledge on those games, I've never seen a set of siblings or family, friends, like, or yeah, like siblings especially, like twins for that matter, like. I've no other fighting game that I follow has like a scenario like that taking place.
I'm
that I
so
know of.
happy. Look who's on the screen right now, Burrito.
Ooh, big, beefy Conan.
That's
We're
a
gonna
big
see.
dude with a sword. Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's a
should know the
big
answer to
dude
this,
with a big dumb
but-
sword.
But have you seen the movie that guy's from?
Nah, I have not.
I'm not gonna hold that one against you. I'm actually not gonna hold that against you.
Shang Tsung's laboratory.
The sorcerer who did this.
Yeah, I think my dad has, but no, I've unfortunately haven't seen Conan. But he is committing to the Conan. He wants to swing that big old dumb sword.
What's crazy is he doesn't do much differently in the movie. He's just a big dude that swings the sword. And like that's the plot, but it's a pretty damn good plot.
Yeah, I imagine that sword's pretty heavy too, and the fact that he swings it as fast as he does, like.
Because it's all about how he gets the sword and who he swings it against and why.
Oh, I see.
See? That's what the plot
This one's
comes in.
kinda-
God, that forward two was spaced grossly, and he takes the teleport.
No.
And El
Drops the
has
combo.
shown off so many of the very intricate things that this team is capable of, on top of just being a bruiser and a bully with buttons and damage.
Yeah,
It's what
this team has a
Shujinko
lot
can
of
take as
health
well.
too. Like, one of the shortcomings that Conan has is not really having like a good combo route for meterless damage. Like, without if he doesn't spend any resources, his damage is kind of limited. But with the cameos and Shujinko being a meterless, like, I'm sorry, but yeah, Shujinko really helps him in that area of his shortcomings of having limited combos without spending any type of resource, whether it be meter. So yeah, Shujinko having the free cameo moves that don't use his cameo bar is really helpful for Conan and gives him these long combos, especially against certain DLC characters. The DLC characters really give Shujinko those really good moves.
Big
Little
swing,
bit of
but he actually
neutral,
lets the
swinging that
string
stuff.
whip. Okay.
Wow.
Not every day, but another swing of a string from Noob Saibo. We talked about the shadows earlier, man. The strings of his that extend out that can't be hit themselves, but can hit you. Are one of the strongest things about Noob. And oh, that health lead might not be so safe.
Yeah, one more good touch from Conan, and this might be the round. That jump 3 is such a good tool to approach with, too. That's definitely one of the best jump attacks in the game. Just more swinging of the sword. Good armor interrupt. Getting that round.
Make
From
alive.
me.
Hold on. Is this
Round
Mink's
3.
miracle run tonight? Oh, of course, the anti crossover.
That anti-air.
The stand
And
one.
this
I think it's 7 frames, and it is huge. Talked about as one of his best.
Yeah, that's
buttons,
a
and
really good
rightfully so.
stand one. Ooh, this is gonna hurt if it doesn't drop, but commentator's curse, I'm sorry. This corner pressure. Oh my god, all these slices into the baiting the one time he canceled he just got the up block punish.
Hit away. Is he gonna throw Shujinko? No, he's gonna load Shujinko. Which he can throw a portal himself.
Oh,
And the shadow
pause.
exits so fast. And if I'm not mistaken, not only is that so fast, it's I think plus on block when it's only used
the
by
low slide?
Shujinko. Yeah. So in pressure, I remember seeing this matchup a lot from, give me a second, Kafursko, who plays and mains Havoc Shujinko. I watched him face a Noob Saibot, and they were bringing up, and I was watching him pressure people, and it was bullying pressure, and just doing that slide. that I think is a launcher and super plus on block in the corner, which is crazy. I think
Yeah,
it's plus outright, but it gets even scarier in the corner because it launches.
So Shujinko steals the Sandburst from Garrus, and it's, I think, +6 if I'm not mistaken. So I could definitely see the low slide being plus as well, and that Sandburst launches from Shujinko. And an instant air shadow clone projectile with really low instant air. Good stuff on Mink, getting that execution down. Being able to block the armor on the Oki. For a really strong round from Mink. Going for the safe jump. Could we get an opening?
Ooh, yes.
Catching the backdash.
I think Kukui's brother was, maybe Kukui as well at some point. I never know with these two. They're definitely the same character, but I know that, his brother Unjust was on for a while. That was almost a highlight and a half, still dropping it for 495 damage. And again, no health bleed. It's safe against the Barbarian, and that's it. GG's.
Oh no, they would punish. So he was this might kill, but he was able to use that combo lasted so long. He used the portal, which cost a full cameo from Shujinko. He was able to recharge and use it again. Like, that's how long these Conan combos are.
Kukui's so prepared.
Conan gets a double dip with the Shujinko's like attacks.
The back throw got a full Shujinko load too. All those little things about that old man are essential if you want to be effective at this kind of level.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we don't see Shujinko as much, but I'm really glad Conan synergizes as well as he does with him. I would like to see more Shujinko, and man, I would love to see a Deception skin for Shujinko.
Wait, armor.
Oh my,
Stuck in the
armoring
corner,
in with the big...
Immediate, there it is. There's the slide being a launcher
Oh
in the corner.
no,
It
he
was too
drops it.
high.
That was a
would've
lot
been
of damage already, too. That was so much damage, and he dropped it at where he did.
Speaking of a lot of damage, he dropped it as well. These guys got butterfingers.
Oki setup, a little Oki setup on the scramble.
Sees one more. Kukui go for the slide, barely over. It was Mink, and watching the armor whiff. That's scary.
Oh my god, just whiffing the charge.
Yeah, the yellow.
Kukui's not afraid. He just has a sword. He just has a sword. He's not afraid.
He's a dude with a sword, a lot of range.
Armor? Back-to-back armor? Oh my
he
god,
right
yeah. Like you said earlier Aquaman, the threat of armor is just so potent sometimes.
And the scary thing about that is that can be, depending on where it hits you, if I'm not mistaken, it can be +1 in the corner.
The overhead slice?
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, I think,
I'm pretty sure
the one where
it's either 0 or sorry, should I say it can be 0 or it can be +1, which is what makes that little situation so hard to kind of stop, is like that into down 1 into armor again.
Yeah, and just loop the scenario.
Yep.
I'm gonna crawl my knife up your
We're seeing Ghostface. We're seeing.
Yes.
So what's going to win between the big dumb sword and the kitchen knife? Or well, I guess that's not a kitchen knife, but the combat knife. We'll see if see if the barbarian can handle the combat knife from a average.
Man, if that thing better be a Kami Dogu, or it's a little outclassed right now, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, right now it's just, oh my gosh, that was a really good confirm.
Using the stance cancel. Oh my goodness. To convert that combo. Not easily done either. Not a lot of Conans have the balls to throw out that single normal and throw out the stance and be able to convert afterwards off the cancel. It's a really quick cancel that you can get.
Yeah, that's a tight
off the
window.
back 4-3.
That's a really tight window.
And you have to force a close normal, or sorry, you have to be close enough for that not to turn into the running version in order to get that kind of advantage as well. A lot of
because they share the same input.
Now this team, if it would have converted,
is
another team that can get a hit, spend Tremor, and have the combo be long enough to get Tremor back and then use them again in a mix-up. This is a very lethal team, Ghostface Trevor, by the way.
Oh, nice conversion on that anti-air. Seeing Kexter play Ghostface and Tremor was a real treat, and the team is still the same with
so
minus
good.
50 health. Or from the last patch, minus 50 health.
First time I fought Kexter, I was a believer afterwards. Big time. Oh, here we go.
Gets to convert this time and command grab.
Yep, just a little
What's
damage.
the Oki? Oh, nice whip punish, but no commitment. But the micro duck and the... Oh my gosh, so much is happening right now. These straight hits. Nice, nice. Good stuff, Mink. He's still staying alive. Maybe the big dumb sword after all wasn't enough for the knife. And the knife win this matchup against the sword. Oh no, drops the Shujinko command grab. I think Mink must have thought he was an aftershock because he got the bowling ball instead of the ground pound right there.
Very unfortunate. Left the block there, which is one of the answers to that armor.
Oh, good interrupt. Can this be the Mink special? Is it his round? Oh, nice ground pound. Into the conversion. Tremor slowly recharging as this combo goes on. The restand. Continuing the restand. Cancels.
Gotta grab off it too. Hold on a second. He's mixing. Has to get around a lot of resources and options, and it was just he stole up.
Oh my god, Shujinko!
He stole leopard crawl. I was so scared. He got over him. Though.
Oh my god! Oh no, the drop!
Wasn't able to kill her on the breaker though. But look at his health lead out of nowhere. But he's gonna
Whoa,
summon the power of Crom.
The forbidden move, the
Which
reflect.
means he's gonna come back to life, guys. Even if he gets hit, even if he dies, he's coming back. Here it is. The resurrection.
Dang, Shujinko just got tossed. Oh, so many interesting interactions happening right now. So many.
He's out and punished.
Oh, the whiff punish into the Tremor.
Ghostface.
Hey.
He actually did bring a knife to a sword fight and won. That is some.
He's just a dude with a knife.
That's some legend shit right there. That's some legend shit.
Ghostface weak.
And that knife must be made of like adamantium or something or vibranium, because that, you know, this
Powerful.
very
I'm telling
powerful
you,
weapon.
It is the Kamidogu.
Yeah, the blood daggers or something from the comics. Man, that was such a clean whiff punish, like out the corner. That's such a well-timed teleport.
Out of the corner, into the corner, and he kept that safe with Tremor just in case that lava shot's a mid and super plus on block, so would have put him in a kind of a chip state afterwards too.
Yeah, Conan's probably wondering, like, man, where are all these people coming from? They're all wearing the same costume. They're everywhere. Let's see if Mink can get this to game 5, surviving with one on the board. Kukui still has like a decent lead in the set, though. He's still sitting pretty comfortable, but he can't get too comfortable, otherwise it could get reverse 3-0'd. Of course, Shujinko getting tossed, and then Mink being able to start his pressure. What's the mix? A hard to block. Converts off teleport? Or the backstab, I guess. And the overhead starter. But this is, you're gonna have to mix a little bit more on Conan because he has 1200 health with Shujinko. So he can eat like another 50-50. The tick throw. Damn. Does he drop it? Oh, he doesn't. Wow, what was that? 4 correct mix-ups right there? 5? What was that, Aquaman?
I'm about to bust.
Exactly.
I mean, you... Oh my god, Shujinko's forward throw with the little knife, that was awesome. You gotta give props to Conan, like, he just took a 4 or 5 mix-ups like a champ. Like, he's got those big beefy muscles. He could take a lot. He could take more than most characters.
Oh, didn't get the...
Oh, he doesn't get the Shujinko special.
He was too pre-committed, I think, to the pressure. Keep himself safe, not gonna matter here. Wonderfully executed double jump combo here. It's just optimization of damage. 101, 400, some plus frames too. The up block.
Oh
Why
wow,
was he
good
ready for
flawless
that?
block punish. Was really good. Of all the timings, he could have flawless blocked that.
I'm absolutely blown away because he could have just let the kick rip and he's plus on block right there anyway.
Yeah, the only thing with that overhead slash is its up block susceptible, but Mink called it out, and right now if Mink Shujinko gets stuck, you can't trade with that. Oh, good
Wonderful
armor.
time to armor.
Good
Yeah.
armor.
Wait, fighting Conan with 3 bars, man, you're just hope he doesn't thread that needle because like that's that thread earlier, man. The respect of it that you have to play around on your offense can be mesmerizing. Upper crawl setup. Disrespected. Back
Wow,
out of the way.
holy!
It's so cool.
Seeing Shujinko on the floor like that's just hilarious. Shujinko to the rescue with the breaker. Kukui getting an opening. This could be the game, unless he drops it. Ooh, does it trade? Oh, I thought that might have been a trade combo potentially right there, but getting with the overhead starter. Kukui doesn't have the most meter, so if Mink keeps guessing right, he could keep this mix going, but
Armor's
Kukui
through.
being able to escape. Shujinko, oh my gosh, Shujinko
What a
just...
miraculous jump! Is this never the fatal blow? No. This is a 1200 HP character. I'm not even gonna...
Frying pan. Dong. But Tremor's recharging as we speak throughout this fatal blow. He might be able to be fully charged in time by the time this is done, and then we could see an incoming mix-up.
Either mix up or if he tries to pressure him, again, there's that threat of armor on reversal that's always going to be threatening. In the setup,
Oh, this is punish? Oh no! That must have thrown off Mink's timing from the... Oh, wow, yeah. So, when you do Ghostface's teleport, you have to, like... It's like a weird timing. You have to commit sooner, I think, than you would think to follow up and make the combo, like, happen. Because when I was picking up Ghostface just for fun, it looks like you have a lot of time to confirm, but you actually have to, like, be pretty premeditated and commit earlier than you would think. And I think that fatal blow must have thrown off his timing. And he might have thought that the fatal blow wasn't going to get stuffed too, because he thought maybe, like, armor might have triggered.
Well played. I thought Mink was about to make the run back happen. Or the comeback happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange interactions in that set, but very fun gameplay nonetheless. Good stuff for Kukui getting that win.
Love seeing the Ghostface. I think Ghostface is good enough to make the run, man, for almost anyone. If you get the right hit, no health bar is safe. No matchup is safe.
Honestly, like, that's one thing I will praise about MK1 is the roster and meta is, like, the most balanced of all NRS games in my opinion. And, like, you could debate MKX maybe being pretty close to, like, MK1's level of balance because that roster is messed up as it is. Like, it's balanced, but MK1's roster I think might just have MKX beat on balance just by a little bit. Like, most characters in MK1 are viable to solo main, and that's not something you could say about most NRS games.
That is very true. I mean, you know, people also don't know, I think, in the more modern age, like, what proper 8-2 matchups are, you know, and 9-1 matchups, 7-3s that were, I mean, they took up like 3/4 of matchup tier lists back in MK9 and Justice 1 especially. Woo!
Yeah, those games are way less forgiving. Those
the only 9-1 that I think that we knew of that was, I mean, possibly 10-0. God bless Zod versus
yeah,
Lex.
Zod and Lex Luthor. I mean, but even then, if Lex Luthor gets that one touch, like, it could be GG's.
You are right, because every hit in that game can lead to an entire health bar gone for sure.
And he's a mid-tier character in that game. Yeah, oh man, I could yap all day about Injustice 1 and MK9, but...
Bro, last time we played Injustice, you broke out Lex, and I was pissed off, dude. He puts on armor for free?
And he just walks around with super armor.
He just walks around with armor.
He's like, hey guys,
Hey
you know, I
guys,
got armor on right
I'm
now.
here, swinging with armor, just
Yeah,
swinging loosely.
he's a very wealthy man. He's so wealthy, he was able to give himself super armor.
All right, last match of winner's side for top 8 here, guys. The rest of it has been set. It's they're on the same side. El Kukui versus Mighty Unjust tomorrow in winner's top 8.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a good match.
The winner of this to face Shuleta.
I haven't seen Liu Kang in a while. This is our first time seeing Liu Kang on stream. I don't see this character as often as I would think, honestly, in tournaments. But seeing Liu Kang placed this high in a tournament right now is awesome. Well, that was an amazing conversion from the jump kick that Han made. All this jumping.
This is a flavor of Reiko that I'm loving to see, man. This hyper aggression. It's a speed at which he mixes. You know, it's a lot less conventional. You know, check and balances. It's no, I'm going for the read now. Another one works at the pound itself.
Yeah,
In the final
thankfully
kill.
that ground pound killed. Yeah, thankfully that ground pound killed. I think Han was going for an overhead launch right there with the ground pound. Oh, no punish on the slide. It's so crucial.
Does that work? I'll throw up now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ground pound can launch after the overhead if timed correctly. But let's see if Tragic can get started with the strike throw mix. Liu Kang is definitely one of the most straightforward characters in this game. He's strike throw at its finest, and with Motaro, you get the plus 13.
And then you
There is
strike throw.
armor gaps with the low tail, but layers are getting the down back 4. Unbreakable ninja stars. Smart stuff. Yeah,
All
that's
Han
very
in
tough
game
to
one
deal
here.
with.
He had some options there until he ran out of health for that final one. You know, having armor Motaro is always going to be an option to get out of the corner, something for your opponent to respect. As long as you have the health to get through on the armor. Not given the opportunity. Han, man, he hasn't let people breathe. So far tonight, that walk back 3, putting in work.
Yeah, just attacking those shins, man. That back 3 is just
Using that down 4,
so many
down 3 of
shins
its
are
own.
just.
You know, a lot of Reiko's in the hit advantage. They like to get aggressive up in your face, but he's in a lot of situations he's mixed up that immediate pressure. But he's even in hit advantage walked back again in opening up that back 3.
Yeah, the back 3 is a really crucial, like one of the bigger footsie tools that Reiko has in his kit. Starting
Also,
off with the command grab.
How clean are the white pants, white helmet, and magenta coat that he's got rocking right now? Looking like a matador.
Yeah, Reiko's got some weird drip, you know, like that mask with the choice of clothing. The colors match, but I don't know if I would pull up with a mask like that in an outfit.
He almost
like
looks
that.
like he almost looks like a luchador.
Low key, yeah, he might be in the wrong realm. I think he's looking for like a wrestling match, not a fight in Outworld.
Look at that, he's even got the belt and everything.
Yeah, can those
he
pants
missed it all.
can those pants be any tighter?
Real.
That's my next question.
Or higher.
Good round
They don't
from
even go to his
Tragic.
ankles.
Yeah, he's got the Andy Elliott type
I
pants.
don't know
He's
if
got
anyone's
those
actually looked
salesman
that close
pants.
before.
Yeah, he's dressed like he's ready to make a sale or something. Trying to sell somebody some solar. And he's going for the optimal corner damage. The execution from Han. Nice whiff punish with the flying kick though from Tragic. And like these combos from Liu Kang, like doing the dragon dance ender, it stalls a lot of time and cameo cooldown when you're trying to recharge cameo. Really good to end combos with the dancing dragon or the spin kicks. Amazing anti-air conversion.
Wow. Jonathan
Yeah,
Rashid.
that was a good way to end the round.
Not trying to dirty those shoes in the process either.
Oh yeah, those shoes are still clean despite all the blood on the floor.
They are, and on the pants. Everything else getting filthy here. Big start for Tragic. And it had the proper decision, but
You just mistimed the forward just a little bit.
Time, the intention is to take away the ability to wake up, and that's one of the few things that can check that, because a lot of people's armor breaking moves will get low profiled by the start of that, but not Liu Kang.
Man, just
he's bullying him. He's bullying him.
Stray mix-ups. Oh, he drops it, but
He
it doesn't commit to the.
2 minutes before teleport. If it was close teleport, you're right. Combo would have been there.
Yeah, that's
Cool
probably
things
a
about
pretty
this
hard
race.
thing to confirm on the spot.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah,
really
that's
committed on that
with
teleport.
that little of health and 1 bar left. That's going to be a difficult scenario to come back from.
Han.
Man, being
right now.
his matches on stream have just been so dominant. Like you can't let him get started. He just.
We only have one more
he
match on
steamrolls.
stream after this, and I'm afraid that we might not even get a game 5 for the first time in a while.
Yeah, when was the last game 5? Have we had a game
Last
5
week?
on stream
No.
yet?
Not this week.
Yeah,
not in
because
duels.
you usually put up the game 5 filter on the screen when there's a game 5, or is that only for top 8? That you do that?
It is anytime a top 8 happens. Or sorry, anytime a top 8
Dang,
happens.
so we haven't had a
What
game
am I
5
on?
today then.
Anytime a game 5 happens, exactly.
Saving
Yeah,
millions
when
of
we did
dollars,
have a game
boys.
5.
Yeah, we're actually saving on
Dang.
we're saving on our pyrotechnic budget by not having game 5. So I'm actually pretty happy right now. Every lack of game 5 actually saves us about $522 in fuel for the fire of our graphics.
The virtual fuel.
Yeah, virtual fuel. One match after this, guys, it is gonna be between the loser of this and B-Wood. I'm gonna keep the loser of this match on, and they will face B-Wood for top 8 loser side.
Ooh, B-Wood. I heard that B-Wood actually lives in Ohio, but I've never met
Get outta
them
here.
yet. Yeah, I kid you not.
Get him out
We
the
did an online team tournament, or state versus state tournament. Ooh, just enough to kill. Nice and Tragic, but the online tournament that we played in together, me, B-Wood, and some others, was Team Ohio versus California, I think, and it was so I believe he's in Cleveland, but yeah, I don't talk to him at all, and
Man, you
definitely would like to see a Shao.
Definitely got to get him out to the local. If you watch this back, or if you can hear us, B-Wood, get out to your local.
Yeah, especially if you're in
you need
Cleveland, because
information on
you're
it?
20
Let
minutes
us
away
know.
from me.
Yeah, let us know. We got you on info. Another walk back. Back 3 upon Rashid, finding its mark. He's been so lethal with opening up his opponent through other ways, and then having that be something else.
Yeah, a lot of the time you see it after like staggers or like plus frames too. Like the sweep is +3 on block if I'm not mistaken, or +2.
Even there,
right
just
there.
grossly spaced on a whiff punish. Unafraid he's up close to. Another grab, and that was enough for the kill. 200.
Solid damage, unbreakable.
That hurts. No fear from Honor.
Oh, nice anti-air.
He just jumped.
Good convert off the flying kick. And Tragic, get this going. Get the strike throw mix going. Ooh, and Han trying to micro duck, but having to get breaker. Sliding in the DMs. You can't block these Reiko players from the DMs. They just find a way in at some point. Little throw combo going. This probably won't do it. Nope.
Tragic.
+3.
He's on the board.
Nice stagger pressure. That stand 1 is +3 on block and starts up at 6 frames. And 1-2 is 0 on block. So
Blessed.
Liu
Blessed on
Kang,
something
when he's in,
It's this man Liu. Hey. He
when he was making the new timeline, he was like, "I'm gonna give myself a 6-framer, you know, just put everybody else at a disadvantage."
and you know who I'm gonna give it to as well? No one else, just me.
Yeah, he's gonna be the privileged stand 1 user.
Blue King.
And he switched from.
He's like, I made this
No
timeline.
having tonight.
Tremor. Tomb of the Dragon Ball.
Han's look differently having access to run and command grab. He's playing MKX a little bit tonight.
Yeah, his choice of characters in this game, like, I think he might just fish for top-tier characters. Like, I don't know if Reiko's considered top-tier in some people's eyes, but, like, he used Fujin in MK11, and Havoc's obviously strong in this game, and Reiko's strong in this game, but I would have never guessed that Reiko would have been one of the characters of choice, even in the early days of MK1. He started with Reiko, and from Fujin to Reiko, it just like threw me off a bit. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting.
Honestly, ever since Han picked up Fujin, he's reached a point of no return when it comes to playing really good characters.
Yeah, it's like you get that, it's like a dog, and they get that taste of blood for the first time.
Yeah, he got that taste, and he's like, oh,
they never go back.
This is the power. But he is a man that loves having very good mobility. And this is a character that, you know, ever since the last buff to the dash and the cancel of it, maybe that's what got him thinking Reiko in the current meta.
Yeah, Reiko's movement, like his back walk especially, like his walk speed's honestly really fast. Some of the faster walk speeds in the game, but I don't think this is gonna kill. This is scaling pretty heavily.
Oh, and I forgot that Tremor puts this man at 1100.
Yeah, oh, nice sweep on Oki. Good stuff.
Smart.
Making sure that fatal blow doesn't go wasted.
Fight.
Yeah, sure, normal that's gonna do enough damage to get through that health remade.
Yeah, if Han would have armored right there, it would have killed. He didn't have enough health to survive, but again, sliding in those DMs.
Check the grab again. There's another breakout with Tremor into the backdash back 3 that has just been lethal.
Oh no, oh, these stand 1 staggers. Oh, dropping the conversion. Good flawless block, just not getting chipped out. Tragic trying to find his opening. Oh my, this is almost a whiff punish. Calling out the back 2-3 though. Alright, Tragic.
Boy, this could be our moment where we finally get a game 5. It is in Tragic's hands. And a gross grab attempt. It's almost as if he knew that Han Rashid wanted to walk up and get to a normal range right there. Pressure's on.
Using those plus frames, but not confirming off the 4-3. Tragic. This is your, oh my gosh, this is one way to turn back the momentum.
I thought he was going to Tremor, get as much damage as possible right there. The scaling would have been crazy. We got some normals, called over the air projectile. Got away with a close teleport too. I'm shit in the moment. Another.
Ooh, good throw on the empty jump. This could be it. Tragic, you're our only hope to getting a game 5 potentially. Good interrupt by Han, which is backing off. Maybe fishing for a shin kick. Getting some little down fours and the forward throw. The throw mind games are here right now.
Checked him again, and it's gonna be a brutality, Motaro.
And we get our game 5 that we've been asking for.
And I can't believe it. It was a 2-0 convincing lead, and then Tragic just solids up on a Saturday afternoon. Does not want to go to that loser's bracket by any means.
And Motaro, man, the noble steed, you know, you can always rely on Motaro to get the job done. Whether you need like a ride or something, or, I mean, he could just teleport. You don't even have to get a ride from Motaro. He could just teleport you anywhere you want. But if you need some plus 13 block strings, he's there for you. And a fatal blow startup with a big fist. And he doesn't take away your health either.
Kolosseum fashion here. In a game 5, we light it up. for a sudden death. It's a first to one for this match now. 2-2. There could be only one winner to make winner side of this top 8, loser to play again for a chance. But winner side is where you want to be, man. It's a comfortable place to be, and it guarantees 5th place out of the gate. To get started, Han Rashid off to a big start, but another bold throw, and it's those bold throws and checks of movement with throws that really turn things around in the last game. I love those just watching him jump and then reacting by forward dashing into the range of where he's going to land. Grab for the combo. What a turnaround here.
And Tragic getting the extra back to him combo. Does he get right on the fatal blow? Oh no, but I don't know if he just armor broke or if it was throw immune, but
I think he went for the air grab,
honestly,
which was just the mind game, but he wasn't ready for the string to work. But I think he thought that he got hit, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I need to rewatch that. Oh, but nice punish on the knee. Good stuff to Tragic, and staying composed in that round and taking it. But he's in the corner right now, so it's a scary position to be against with Reiko. Just throwing him back in the corner. All right, good call out. Got the throw. He stuffed something. He got a throw counter. Just backing off with the air projectiles. Totally understandable. You don't want to be next to Reiko. He's a dirty man.
Yeah, he's got some buttons and he knows how to use them. He wants to use them. Look at him. Looking for his moment, his opportunity to close the gap here.
Yeah, he knows he's fishing for that shin kick.
That's all it took him. What a conversion right there. That was a Mortal Kombat
Wow,
9
down
conversion
one
from Han
punch.
Rashid. Off the late
Yeah,
jump kick.
that's some sweaty convert.
That's a Mortal Kombat player. Kind of cornered. Finds a mark.
Nice whip punish with the flying kick. Forces the break. Forces the break. How many times has he landed the DM slide? I think he's like got 100% success rate with that.
But Spacey builds off of that sweep too. An advantage.
Those down fours just reaching. Those down four. You think you're out of that down 4 range, but you're just very slightly still getting hit by it.
Finally see the extension off the command grab too. Not for a whole ton, but enough to keep a lead.
This health deficit that Tragic has to work with, though, at the start of the match, Han has plus 150 health. Or no, I'm sorry, plus 100 health, but still, that's still a big deficit to be up against. You just have to open your opponent up that much more. And getting the sweep combo off the up punch, holy.
Absolutely beautiful. Hang that one on the fridge later on.
Oh, that was
Tragic
a demigod level whiff punish with the back 2 low from Tragic. He's not out yet.
Get here. Motaro, hoof him. Oh! Man, in case you saw
That
it,
is not a
saw it,
horse you
boom.
want to get kicked by.
I don't want to get
You
kicked
don't
by
want
the
to get
horse.
kicked by those legs. Like I see people on YouTube get hit with some regular horse legs, let alone centaur legs.
Dude, they get sent flying. They usually go limp, and it's insane. Wait a minute, Tragic!
Oh, but it's Tragic!
Does he have damage here? I
Throw
think he
combo.
does. Before
He
the breaker.
has 3 bars. He has 3 bars.
He does! As he gets the breaker, Unbreakable then sends him to the sky. Tragic completes the
Wow.
reverse 3-0 in absolute epicness. He brought
What a
back
performance
he brought
from
that back
Tragic.
from the grave. Tragic, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
What a performance. And for a Game 5, too. First Game 5 of the night since last event. It just looked like just enough to kill, too, because he was on his last meter, and Han was going to be able to break if he had any more health left.
Unbelievable match. Tragic. Look, everyone's going crazy right now for that man. What a comeback. What a comeback.
Yeah, that was very good. Entertaining set. Definitely I would say the best set of the night, in my opinion. And not just because it was a Game 5, but just the adaptations on both sides, and Liu Kang also just being a character you don't see as often.
Even had to go to the Discord there. Guys, that was an amazing match. Good game. Well fought. Well fought. Tragic. Winners top 8. Congratulations, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Tragic, he's just getting himself some more points in his standings. He's currently at number 8. So he's just solidifying himself further into the qualifications. Up
next is going to be Han Rashid again. Going up against B-Wood.
All right, yeah. I hope we see the Reiko Shao because that'd be a nice little lore matchup. But also Han's coming from, you know, a set that he's warmed up right now, so you can see how his Reiko.
Yeah, very warmed up.
If
Even
he
if he
does
goes
use
with the
Reiko.
Havoc here, I think there's maybe a small chance that we see the Havoc as well, given that it's General Shao. We could see some major damage versus that matchup was more of a battle of like utility on both sides of the field, which is really cool. Man, what a comeback! The start.
Yeah,
of
I'd imagine.
all those
Oh, sorry.
throws. I mean, the raw reads, but between raw dragging kick from Liu, raw slide from Reiko, some of those instant air projectiles saved him in a few situations too on some full screen trades that stopped a lot of Han's ways in. Man, we could probably break that match down for the next hour straight, as far as everything great that they did. Damn.
Yeah, the flying kick paired with the Motaro teleport is like one of the best like just screw neutral tools in the game, and like it can also just be used as a punisher for like fatal blows if you like get pushed back like half screen or something after blocking a fatal blow. So like there's a lot of good tools that team has. Like I know I was harping on the strike throw like meta that team enforces a lot, but the low shot being plus 13 and the flying kick especially, like flying kick teleport conversions are that's such a strong thing that team has that no other cameo provides for Liu Kang as well as Motaro.
Yeah, and what could have been if he converted a couple of those as well. He had a lot of chances where he threw a flying kick in a close teleport. A couple of them hit, and he just missed like a forward conversion, and it was just a lot of awkward moments in that match of trades and things interacting.
Yeah, I'd imagine that flying kick confirm isn't the easiest. It happens so fast, I'd imagine, and then especially in the heat of the moment.
Just checking out the bracket real quick, guys. We got most of the top 8 brackets set now. It's going to be El Kukui versus Mighty Unjust in winners. Tragic versus Shuletta in winners because of that victory. In losers, it's Mist and Online Kale so far, waiting for their opponents. And that's what we're going to try to determine here. I'm trying to get B-Wood versus Han Rashid up. Currently hearing back from a player right now on that. And I'm checking on the other one right now. Trying to see who else is playing for top 8. This one, it is. It's going to be Mink versus Joystick. Which I think I'm going to grab instead because it looks like B-Wood needs a couple of minutes. And I'm just going to switch that to off stream. So guys, instead of B-Wood versus Han Rashid, we'll get Mink versus Joystick. Mink, break out that Shang Tsung. I said it.
Yeah, Shang Tsung would be cool to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Noob again, honestly, either. But I don't know who Joystick's using these days. I actually haven't seen I ran into Joystick much. I'd last seen him using Liu Kang Kung Lao like during the early days. That's when I last saw him, but I'm sure I'm behind in that regard, and I haven't played against him since the early online tournament days of MK1 either.
All right, so let me get some together. For Joystick and Mink, Joystick took a 3-2 match over Woolender, who's been a really fun player to watch as well. He was really close. I don't know who he's playing at the moment, but he was on Quan, he was on Rain early on. And that's a pretty cool duplicitous edge of characters to be playing.
Yeah, Woolender is I played him a bit. He's one of like, Quan's like my secondary character.
I think he's a Midwest guy as well.
Yeah, he's in Illinois, I'm pretty sure.
Good luck, guys.
But yeah, as one of my fellow Quan brethren, I wish him the best of luck if he is still sticking it out with Quan, because my opinion, that character is bottom 1 and one of the very few characters that is not solo mainable in a tournament, fortunately. But Rain, if he does have a Rain, that would probably be a good choice to have too as well. Maybe Rain's better in some matchups than for Quan. wishing the best of luck.
But I'm not 100%
You
sure
guys.
who he's rocking at the moment though. But oh, that was B-Wood. Damn, B-Wood feed up quick. He said 5 minutes and then showed up. That's crazy.
Okay, so is this is B-Wood versus Han then, or
I mean,
or is
listen,
the
guys, listen, guys. I'm a Shao guy. I kind of want to see Shao. B-Wood, UV Han. B-Wood has joined us here in the chat. Awesome. I'm gonna revert joystick versus Mink to off stream. Sorry, guys.
man? B-Wood must be living like 5 minutes in the future or something.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, we're gonna re-invite Han. Hey, Maki, feel free to back out. Hey, joystick, feel free to back out. Yeah, checked it. Sorry about that. Big B-Wood showing up. I gotta show something about B-Wood too. Real quick, Rick, go to the game and press... Oh, it's on PC. I forgot where you press on PC to bring up the menu. Yeah. Can you see? Look how much... I'm gonna curse, guys. Look how much fucking respect points B-Wood has. Are you kidding me? How... Look at his level, too. Tell me this man has a life.
Janet Cage.
Also, joystick. Joystick, this is not your opponent. Joystick, if you can hear me, back out. Your match is gonna be off.
On our own, we are more than he made us.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, this is bad.
Round
Maybe.
Oh, there's one of them probably left already,
Okay, cool. Whew.
or somebody might have left if it wasn't you guys.
Yep. Ready for the quidality? Yes. Thank you so much, joystick.
Quitality. Ermac wins. Flawless.
Ermac is another character that I think they just nailed the design on in this game. Like, I like MK9 Ermac a lot, and even MKX Ermac. Like, I like the sound effects of MK9 Ermac with his push is like super awesome.
Yes.
But like these like spirits that Ermac uses and how detailed the spirits are, they're just so like they're scary looking, man. Like if I saw one of them ghosts in my like house, like could you please kindly go away? Like, don't ever show up in my house ever
Burn
again.
my
Like,
house down. Burn it down.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Not worth.
yeah, if I see one of those,
Janet
probably like
Cage.
moving somewhere.
Hanging Garden.
Yeah, they really nailed the design on Ermac, and his cancel pressure is still like there, if not better, because he had the back two cancels on MK9, so that little callback, you know, just awesome stuff to see. Yeah, I'm really shocked we're not seeing Shao Kahn from B-Wood, though. I don't know, like, I don't know who he uses these days, but I do remember him using Shao Sectorn usually.
Yeah, that or the Tremor, and this is the other team I've seen him use at a competitive level. I've seen him break out some Sub-Zero to, you know, here and there. A couple other characters here and there, but Han Rashid's looks like he's picking up right where he left off. On the offensive train. Has
Yeah,
left
B-Wood's
the station.
testing Han Rashid's reactions with the overhead, and you know, like, the overhead's definitely a little harder to block online, so why not fish for it here and there? But does B-Wood have the Janet combos? Half-Life, and yeah, there's just like that. B-Wood's taking this round with very convincing dominance right now. And B-Wood also has, well, not one bar, but I was going to say if B-Wood wants to activate Death's Embrace to make it even harder for Han to make a comeback, he can. Yeah, it was, wow, just a dominant round on both sides. Just like that in round 3.
Fight.
what we're talking about. The explosiveness of this team, man, is something to be studied with just how much damage is threatening at almost any moment that a full gen is available. Swing.
Oh, wow.
Down. He didn't even have 2 meters to back it up. He just wanted to send a message.
Good whiff punish on the down 4 with the cancel pressure. That's one of the best normals like in the game, in my opinion, is Ermac's back 2, because disjointed with little to like whiff recovery, and it leads to a cancel. So like, really hard to contest that back 2. Jailing pressure, well, jailing off of the chest blast. Dang, the aerial low, you know, it's so tricky. With punishing the down 1, does Han come back? Han just needs one more touch. He can get it. Just cashing in on the fatal blow. Understandable. Recharging tremor. Big damage.
Certainly enough to set up a quick mix situation. He's got to deal with the armor, and he's trying to go to the command grab.
He tried to hit him with the MK9 special.
Time. I gotta see that back.
He tried to hit him with the MK9 special, the down 1 lift.
And because he did down 1 lift, he was able to block in the advantage that he was recovering from and survived. That is diabolical. He had the victory in his hands. All you had to do was punish. All you had to do was punish. Yeah. Oh, or sorry.
Yeah. He ended up hitting the...
Yep, I take
yeah, his down 1 ended up landing, and then he just... I guess he, I mean, that's like a do or die situation. If he would have landed it, then yeah, would have won the game if he didn't drop it.
Maybe he was reading that he was going to catch him with the down 1, and that he was not going to block in time for the lift. That he was just going to read like something.
Yeah, because it does happen pretty fast.
Oh,
yeah.
Sometimes you do things in a game like this, or even around someone's breaker, and around little things like that, because of how fast something can be. Like
yeah, because like that happens with Homelander a lot. Like you get hit with one of his pokes, and he still hits you with a flight like jump 3 or something. Like for T1000, you get a hit with a poke, and ground spike still hits you because you just didn't block in time. Like it happens sometimes, especially in like scramble scenarios. Ooh, almost getting the jump punish on that aerial projectile. Ermac's, his movement is so, like, he's so lax, you know, he just is, like, floating backwards with, like, the most limp, like, structure of his body, like, his posture is very relaxed, like, a little too relaxed.
Real.
And that neck movement he can do, like, those head
scary between
twitches.
rounds. Yeah, it's a little freaky the first time you see it. It's so high. Hunter, she didn't know how to convert off it. Doesn't know how to convert off of the stars with the tremor. Corner time. And look at the space that he puts you at.
Oh.
Block that setup. You're at the threat of that extended normal range.
That's another thing actually I did forget to mention about is some tank like some like strings or normals aren't plus enough on hit to jail into the overhead, which is 16 frames, and sometimes people will armor on hit to like avoid that overhead damage. So that's another thing like Reiko players have to be careful about, whether it's on OP or if not being plus enough on hit, is always fishing for that overhead too much.
Yeah, giving your opponents frames to play with is a very scary thing in this game. Waking up with a little bit of a fuzzy right there was Andre. I saw that 8 of armor.
And another armor on hit.
Worst troubles.
Yeah, you really got to be careful sometimes if you want to fish for something a little slower that won't jail, or if you want to delay your buttons. At that point, your chance of getting armored on hit. It's scary.
And Han's been grossly good at kind of confirming what to do with the tremor behind those daggers. Another 210 off the board because of the command grab. Is this chip? Almost set it up. Overneath the ground pound, and that was barely... Unbelievable final moment there. I thought he was going to jump back into the active frames of the low that was creeping along the ground.
I was thinking that B-Wood might have like ran away with the little health he had to like dead some brace or something. He committed to the aerial projectile, which cost 2 bars. But
We're just
We'll
eating
see
a couple
if,
of daggers.
any adapt
A running grab for 210. Oh, that was so close to landing on it.
Yeah, that was close.
I think it would have been safe anyway because he didn't press anything. He would have landed in a block state, similar to how you land on a Lao hat. But I could be wrong. Someone in chat might know the answer to that, or yourself, Burrito.
I think it would have. I think it does anti-air. It does have an aerial
okay.
perk box. Yeah.
Good. All right. Mortal Kombat begins again.
Dang, these
Oh,
down
he
fours.
is
All
going
these
for the
down
toes.
fours.
He's going for the lows. Watch your toes. Watch your toes. And the overhead, but he's right to the overhead. That's what it's all about right there, guys. This is all conditioning and layers. And this is a lot of damage if it is executed properly. This does get dropped a lot in tournament play. Looks like they have a successful round here. Damage.
550, even for like an 1100 health team for Reiko Tremor, that's a lot of damage to take. Forcing the break. See if B-Wood can take this round. Just little aerial zoning.
Oh no. On sheet. But go to the block button there for a bit.
Avoiding those
Screen.
ninja stars. Oh, but with punishing the 4-2. Han could come back from this. He just needs one good opening, maybe one bar of meter, and he could take the round back. But B-Wood will eventually get breaker.
I'm loving this mix from Han Rashid. This is old. These are old school tactical plays right here. Just going for down 4 mix. Simply at its finest, but B would having so many resources there. He wasn't sure what to do.
This is starting to look like the old school MKs with all the sweeps, like which we're going to be getting back in the MK collection, which I'm excited for.
Oh yes.
I didn't play those games too much as a kid.
I have been. That is a gross pickup that he's done twice in a row off the late deep jump kick, which is again MK90 to me, man. Deep jump kick combos. I'm looking to pick up some UMK through Nightwolf a little bit and mess with some of the legacy stuff myself. I've been told to spam shoulder and X.
Yeah, I heard shoulder is like
I've got the
like 1 frame startup or something.
He needs it for the Madoka. The interruption. Anyone there?
That stand 3 almost anti-aired.
Excited for the legacy collection of MK? 1 through 4. A couple of extra bonuses on there apparently. Jumping back, looking for something to whip punish. He has 8 some stars. Ooh, at point blank range. A big equalizer. But how many hits it those EX stars have as well. Again, not much you can do defensively. Taking away armor. Taking away approaches as well. And when he's got the tremor, he can confirm those daggers so
yeah, he can cover those stars and add more layers to the stars with tremor after. Oh no. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. He gets.
And that was a game and a half straight of either jailing off this hit advantage right here, which is down 4. That was insanity. Again, a game and a half straight, he was down 4ing something. That wasn't just command grab, all for it to set up that one command grab to put him at 1 hit from death. Beautifully set up from Han Rashid. And this goes to show you, just because a mix-up or part of the mix-up is the least threatening doesn't mean that you should be afraid to go for it, especially over and over again if your opponent has made the mental decision to take the lesser of evils and just eat like a down 4 on hit. Well, if they've mentally decided to just take the lesser of the 2 evils, you keep giving them the lesser of 2 evils and take your damage that they'll give you, and the frame advantage to mix again. Han really, again, very old schoolly opened up his opponent that way. That's a very old school thing to do.
You're looping the scenario if they're taking the lesser of easels at that point, and you're just, you can't take down 4s forever. And
nope.
B-Wood might have been buffering armor on hit potentially, but yeah, Han was just jailing into down 4s, but at that low of health, you can't take anything, even if it's just a down 4.
We will see that Reiko in action again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Kolosseum, guys. That is when top 8 is going to go down. Hope you join us for it every Sunday night. And we have been on Sunday night for 5 years now straight here for the Coliseum. This is our 5th year of running tournaments just here in the Coliseum. Thank you for being a part of it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm setting up a really pretty bracket for you guys to see for the show tomorrow. We're still missing one spot in the top 8. That match is being played right now as we speak. After I save this file, I'll tell you what it is. It is saved. I bought enough time. Beautiful. Playing right now off stream for that final position. I clicked the Han Rashid one, son of a bitch. Is Mink and Joystick. They're currently playing right now. Once they tell me who wins, I will put them in here. But I'm not going to sit here and wait, guys. That could be like another 15 minutes. Here is the top 8 brackets so far. The winner of that match will face Online Kale. So we'll finally get to see Online Kale tomorrow. He had to get out of here pretty early on the loser side, so I let him play his match off stream. The young man just won CEO. I think I can give him a little bit of leeway. We'll get to see him tomorrow, 6 p.m. Han Rashid having to face Mist after that tough battle. Tragic winning that tough battle. We'll face Shuletta in winner's side. And we get the classic El Kukui versus Mighty Unjust. The twins have to face each other. And just like,
again,
speaking of CEO, they had to play for top 8, which was just heartbreaking. Maybe a little less heartbreaking here. Hope that they have some fun. Less at stake here. No money at stake in this direct. Bracket is just for points to get into the bracket for that finale. Guys, that is it for tonight. GG's, that last match again happening off stream. So this is it for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed the action. Once more, Burrito joining me here on commentary. I took him out of the bracket to come onto the mic. Man, I know that I threw you a complete curveball for your evening.
Yeah, I got snatched. I'm always down to yap about some Mortal Kombat, and I'm not always on comms, but it's nice to see what you guys' view is like in the commentary.
Hell yeah.
I'm usually competing, so.
Well, thank you so much, man, and you dropped a lot of knowledge about the game, which is always helpful. Thank you so much for joining us here, guys. Burrito Voorhees, everyone, who's probably going to be in the bracket next week, looking to do some dirty Gearus things. Some of those clone setups are
I'm really
absurd,
hoping
man.
so. I'm really hoping so. If I can play on point, and I really hope I can make it far in the bracket in these last 2 weeks.
Well, good luck, man. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow for top 8 of this week. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
Peace.
Howdy, homies. Thanks for watching, guys. I like these little special moments. They can't hear me. I can say whatever I want. Have a great one, homies.